Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome back for some more CWC action. We're gonna need to see tonight what's gonna happen between the Sharks going against a change of circumstance in the second week of the CWC. I do want to open up the screen really quickly so we can actually see what is going on. Also open up the map and cast it over there because we're gonna need to put up the map. They are going through the ban phase for the maps, and as you can see here, we do have Classic Ridges, Pangea just taken out. They do have a choice between Rich Highlands, Lakes, Pangea, East versus West, and then Tilted Axis. So let's actually see what's gonna happen over here in the next few seconds when they will start to take these off. We do have we will have a restream today, and by the looks of it, the players are getting into the lobby over here quite quickly. Hopefully we're also gonna have everybody in soon, and we're gonna go through the pick and ban phase without any issues. They did inform us earlier that there might be a 10-minute pause, or I should say a 10-minute delay to the beginning of the game. Hopefully it's not gonna be. I think everybody did manage to get on time over here, and we're gonna get this going. I mean, it's still Friday, you know, there are quite a few people that might have missed the bus or something. We don't know. Now we do have a choice between Rich Highlands and Pangea, East versus West, and this is quite a choice. Am I having a wrong impression here, or is it gonna end up on Rich Highlands again? It will be the choice of COC to actually select this map, and by the looks of it, we do have them ticking down the clock. 27 seconds to go, and they're still not making up their mind. They didn't make up their mind. They don't know. They don't know what's going on over here. I do also want to put up on the screen really quickly to actually take a look who is who. We do have from the Sharks, R1 with Floppy Flongy, Joe CO6 and People. On the side of COC, we're going to have Cupcake, Corny, Trinda and Jessica showing up for their roster. Let's actually take a look. We do have East versus West, Pangea showing up. Okay, beautiful. Well, let's actually say hello to everybody in the chat. Daniel, good evening, sir, and welcome. I do see also Daniel Dingo, good evening, my heart, willkommen. I also see Poduki, good evening, sir. What was that? Je trépigne d'impatient. Je trépigne. Trépigné, is that how you pronounce that? Je trépigne d'impatience. D'impatience, I guess. Je trépignais d'impatience. Oh my god. yeah, trembling with impatience over there. Hopping the up and down with impatience. Yes, Armada Siracusa, good evening, sir, and welcome. I do also see hello, sir. Thank you so much for picking up that first promotion, and good evening, sir. In closing, good evening, my heart. Willkommen. I do see also the players are starting to go through the ban phase. We do have Chandra Gupta being banned first over here by the Sharks. Well, okay, that's an open start over here. Pangea is versus West. It's one of those maps that basically splits in the middle, and we're going to need to see one team on one side, the other team on the other side. The two in the middle from each side would actually have the mission of going against their opponents, either by military or withstanding the military of their opponents, but it's definitely going to be military. On the other side, we do have, or I should say, the remaining two members from each side. They will get the simming options in the backline. We're going to need to see what kind of civs they're going to actually get to fill those roles, and how they will manage to get the gold, and of course all of the boosts for the culture, for the science, or whatever they're planning during the game. You've seen actually multiple times how even during a game, if somebody's going for space, then they realize, wait, culture might be faster, and then they realize, hey, wait, GDRs might actually be a lot faster. It all depends, and we're going to need to see how the situation evolves during the game, so the players actually get that win on the board. I do see Uzetian has also been taken off the board here by the Sharks, and on the other side it's gonna be Spain and Basil II that are not gonna appear in this game. They do have another 3 bans from each side, and taking a look at this, they're taking this slowly, you know, taking in all of the atmosphere over here, starting to get their engines revving up, and of course for a Friday evening. Let's wait and see how things develop. Well, they're running down the clock. That's how they develop. Usually on the Pangea East versus West, you don't see that many coastal civilizations, even though we're probably going to see, well, I mean, there is a significant chance that we're going to see one of the Englands showing up there. The coastal trade routes are always extremely valuable, which also opens up the way for them to actually go against each other from the other side of the oceans. Now, we do have Catherine de Medici being taken off the board here by the Sharks, and I gotta say, since they did take out Chandra Gupta, there still is India Gandhi in the game for picking up that forward promotion. Not sure if we're probably gonna see the other damage dealers actually picking up the roles over there for the damage dealers. Let's see, Genghis Khan gonna be taken off. I was just looking at him. It might have been there. He might have gotten there. Slacksteel, good evening, sir, and welcome. Total Civ, no, love the content. Glad to be of service, sir. And I do hope if you have any questions, you're just gonna run them by me in the chat over here. It's either gonna you're either gonna get an answer from me or from chat, and hopefully you're gonna get better at the game. That's how it is, no? And I do hope you're gonna have fun, of course, also with the CWC games. There's quite a bit of awesome content that we're gonna have in the next few months. Awesome best players in the world just getting ready to go against each other in this one amazing tournament. Now we do have Ludwig II also being taken out by the Sharks, and I do see on the other side, yeah, Genghis Khan did get taken out. Coming back to my idea, I'm pretty sure we might actually have some, you know, something like Alexander, Lotaro, Kublai Khan, Mongolia, India, Gandhi would have been interesting, but Chandragupta would have been better. Cyrus, Nader Shah, all of these have been quite a few civilizations that have been picked up in the previous games. We're going to need to see how the players are going to try to get their synergy going, and I'm pretty sure they're going to try to hit that balance for making enough gold, getting enough science, and of course having the military bonuses. I'm gonna need to wait for them to actually tick these off until they're gonna have the option to pick some civilizations here. Looks like also Ludwig II has been taken down here by COC. Ludwig just keeps ending up, man. Was the Civ counter in the top about? I was having a bit of fun like a few months ago, trying to get something, you know, extra for the stream, and I was remembering there was a series on YouTube called how to say, oh my god, Cinema Sins. And I was thinking maybe I can actually get this concept into Civilization, like especially in the streams, because it is kind of funny to actually see one of those mistakes over there, and sometimes call it out, and leave it to chat basically to actually decide if it's a Civ sin or not. So basically like not escorting your settlers, or doing something, not finding a wonder that is very, very close to your capital, basically not doing your job, not doing the scouting around your territory, or losing a trader, or stuff like that, like losing a science city state, something that is like a big mistake in the game, basically being considered by the chat and also by the players. We do have also goal on the side of the Sharks being taken out. That's the last remaining choice from the first ban wave. They will get to pick and they get to set the tone for the game over here on the left side of the screen. One more ban to go. COC will actually need to take one other civilization from this, from the options they have to actually pick from. Nice. Hopefully. Well, to be honest, we haven't had that many Civ scenes, which is kind of amazing, right? We did have quite a few Civ scenes at the beginning of the stream, like when I actually implemented this, but as time moved on, we had less and less. So I don't know, it's either it's working, as the players are much more attentive, I think that's the word in English, much more attentive to actually their gameplay and escorting the settlers, and being careful that they're not actually going to make big mistakes over there, especially knowing that you know, they might get the Civ sin. It is what it is. Hopefully it's not going to be how to say, something toxic. I don't want it to turn into something toxic, and I did try as much as possible to limit what is decided to be a Civ sin. Wordface, good evening, sir, and welcome. Yes, it's been quite a while. Good to see you back. Also, Eco Supreme, bonsoir, monsieur, bienvenue. Welcome. Wait, isn't that what is that? Perkele? No. What was the... Oh, it's just hey? Wow. I was trying to say hello in Finnish. I was looking for the word in Finnish and it just says hey. Is that correct? look what saying hello in Finnish. Hey.
Hey.
Well, that was simple, I guess. Anyway, now we do have Sultan being picked up by the Sharks. This is interesting. We're actually gonna see him in the game again. Well, let's see what he's gonna get with the flanking. Also, hey is hello, but also goodbye. Hey. Nobody knows, right? It's like Aladdin. You got Aladdin? Yeah, you got Aladdin, man. Aladdin is Aladdin. Anyway, looks like COC is gonna go also for Gandhi India, and I do see Theodora Byzantium also being picked up on their roster. I gotta say this is gonna be quite gold heavy, I should say, on their side. It's not that usual that Gandhi or Theodora are gonna actually make the game a lot of gold in the game. We're definitely gonna need to see them getting something done. Hey, moi isn't moi actually from Germany? Don't they say that in like what is it, Berlin part, or is it Hamburg part? Anyway, Heipa, Morians, Moro, Nye. Is that how you actually say out loud? Jne? It's Nye? Nye? This sounds like a, how to say, very lazy version of saying hey. It's like me. You know, like it sounds like you barely woke up in the morning, you know, you didn't have your coffee over there, and somebody's saying hello to you, and you're like, And we have something similar in Danish with hey, yeah, hey. Oh, looks like also Scythia has been picked up by the Sharks here on the left side. We do need to see another 4 bands being picked up, 2 from inside, and then we're gonna see the roster finishing. But I gotta say, it's already an exciting roster here. Sultan with Scythia on one side, on the other, Byzantium, Theodora with Gandhi. Did they actually pick their simmers first, or are these gonna be on the front line? That's my big question right here, because I'm pretty sure they're not gonna make that much gold, even if they're on the back line, so they definitely need to actually pull some punches. They will need to also, how to say, finish this band draft to actually see what options they have remaining. Did they just do it again? So Harald Varangian, or I should say one of them, one of the players from COC, did take out Mapuche and then took out Zhao the third. They're not gonna let alone the little old Zhao? Okay. Looks like they're saying the timer must be bugged on their side, as in they probably see a few extra seconds over there. Unfortunately, sometimes that happens. We do need to see the 3 next bands. J, etc. I see. Nye is etc. Yeah, it's basically Nye it's whatever you want it to mean, right? That's the expression. Nye. It's like oi. What kind of map are they playing? They're gonna play on Pangea East versus West. Let me actually put this up on the screen over here. Pangea East versus West. Pangea East EVW. Yeah, it's the electronic version of Pangea or something. Also, Triamol, good evening, sir, and welcome. Pangea is West. Yes, Finnish is an amazing language, especially their swearing. Oh, you haven't seen swearing in Romanian if you think that. But yeah, I don't know that much about Finnish swearing. Actually, I don't know anything except that P word over there. Over there that I don't want to fully pronounce on the stream. That's the only one I know. In Romanian, oh my god, man. Yeah, there's so much vocabulary over there in curse words and a lot of combinations. Anyway, it looks like Zulu has been taken out by the Sharks, and we do have also Frederick Barbarossa, the last man on the side of the COC, along Joe the third, and also that, what was it? Lotaro, I'm pretty sure it was the 5th man. So we're just gonna need to give them these 30 plus seconds to actually pick up their band, and then we're gonna see COC pick up the 3rd civilization, while the Sharks are gonna need to finish the roster. And it is gonna be Macedon that's just gonna take the stand over here. Okay, he's gonna sit in a corner and just try to cheer for his opponents or teammates. We don't know. We're gonna need to see also if they're gonna go for the simmers right now. Because I'm pretty sure Sultan is gonna be frontline. Like, Scythia is definitely not a simmer. Like, let's be real about this. He's gonna stay frontline, right? And I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's a simmer. Babylon being picked up by the Sharks, by COC. Sorry, by COC. Go Byzantium! Yeah, go Byzantium. Wait. They did take out Basil. Okay, so we still have Theodora in the game. I was thinking maybe we still have Basil II, you know, but it's not. No, they took him out. Didn't want to have him in. I also want to say sorry from now. I might actually have a bit of a problem actually keeping my breath in check because I just ate like I had no possibility of eating before an hour ago, and usually when I do eat a bit too close to the stream, for some reason I start knowing how to say yawning a bit. It is what it is. I'm trying to control it, but it's sometimes out of my control. It is what it is. Indonesia is going to be taken out by the Sharks over taken in by the Sharks. She's actually going to be one of the steamers on the side of the Sharks on the coast, and we're going to need to see what's their fourth pick. I did make another song. Maybe we listen to it during the loading phase. I do see Scotland is also going to be a pick for the Sharks. Oh, we're actually going to see Scotland. We're going to see those golf courses showing up on the game. East versus West. Yeah, bonsoir, monsieur Rafifi, bienvenue. Yeah, we got quite a treat tonight with East versus West. I'm pretty sure there's going to be quite a bit of fighting going on in the middle over there. You tried to learn Finnish a long time ago when 8 and 9 are surprisingly long. That says a lot about the language. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah. You should see Romanian numbering. Like 24. 24 is 24. 29, 29. Navy Civ for COC, yeah? Or wait, 66, 66, or 6, is it? Wait, no, 66. Never mind. I was thinking of 16. Okay, ooh, what's the last pick? What's the last pick? Oh my god, they random the clock again. Bro. Well, I don't know what the last pick is, I'm sorry. I really don't know what the last pick is. Oh well, but I do have a bit of a minute over here, so I'm just gonna put up a song. Let me see. Let me hear it. The Hello on Wheels. That's how it's called. It's a bit of a combination between rock and electronic. Not sure if you're gonna like it, but hopefully you're gonna like it. So let's actually see if you do. Just let it load. You guys hear this, no? Cool of you. Also, good evening, sir, and welcome. Yeah, you do.
Now this sound is for the people who call out. Make it drop. Let me know.
Go good. There we go. Got this. I'm probably gonna still try to work on a little bit on it. I'm not that happy, especially with some of the combination in between the middle sounds over there, especially like the chaotic ones. It seems like I might actually get them a little bit better, like spaced out over there, so you can actually hear the highs and the lows, the proper spacing. But I need to hit the timings, and it's like whoa, 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 whoa. Anyway, I'm gonna try to get into working to it after the stream, and maybe tomorrow we're gonna have the final version. I don't know. It is what it is. Let's see what do we have over here. We do have quite a big screen, and by the looks of it, what do we have? So it's gonna be Floppy going for Robert the Bruce. Hammurabi still needs to actually join. Looks like Jessica is gonna go for Gandhi. Josie 06 on Guitarja. Trinda always got spawns on Saladin. Vizier. Wait, didn't they? Oh, they picked both? Oh, wait a second. So that was the last pick. That was the last pick from COC. They actually picked Saladin. Interesting. Let me turn on the music also in the background here just a little bit, you know, just to have it over there as the background sound. Yeah, we do have people also going for Saladin Sultan, Erwan on Tomiris, and then Cupcake is going to be the one with Theodora. Well, we're loading into the game, and soon we're going to need to see how the players are going to get their spawns. We do have to put up the remap choice also. I should say the remap prediction that we're going to have. How many remaps? 0, 1, 2, submission period. We're only going to have 10 minutes because, yeah, there's not going to be that long until the players are going to get their spawns on the board, and we'll get to 10-10. We do also need to figure out if there's any kind of sound coming from the stream, so we don't actually get to, you know, double the sound anywhere. Anyway, looks like we're loading into the first map, Pangaeas versus West. You do have 10 minutes to actually get your points over there on the prediction. I do hope you enjoy the song. We do have just a few more seconds. There we go. And the big question, oh wait, we cannot actually choose where we start, on the east or on the west. And we do have a restream here, so yeah, it's not our normal go-to procedure. Anyway, it is fine. We do have already Mount Kilimanjaro available for people to actually get to second settled over there. Looks like he's also gonna have Guitarja on the west side, which also has the chocolate hills right next to her. Sterling is gonna be northwest, and I do see he's gonna have a 1-4 deer tile that he can couple with the extra food that he's coming out with, that sheep tile, the 3-1. I don't see any 4 food, unfortunately, tile for him to actually couple that, but I guess it's still fine. And we do have him with a decent amount of fresh water. Cithia is gonna be his front liner over here, and we're going to need to see how close or how far away the opponents are going to be from them. I do already see there's India. No, those are actually 2 science city states on the map. That's a very, very tiny map. Do you guys observe how tiny the map is for Historia? What is he seeing over there? Does he have like a magnifying glass? I can imagine this now. He's probably sitting over there with a magnifying glass right in front of his screen over there, so he can actually see the details. And everybody else over here is going to need to squint to actually take a look at it. Anyway. Let's see on the other side. What do we have here? A bit unfortunate that the bitrate over here doesn't seem to be just, you know, 1440p. It seems to be quite a bit lower. So we're gonna have kind of a blurry stream over here coming up from D30, which is unfortunate. Maybe actually on his stream, when he's actually stream. Let me put it up on his Twitch stream. Maybe we can get the image a little bit better from there. Twitch.tv/ what is it? Ethan. Let's see it. Yeah, it's definitely a lot better. Definitely a lot better over here. So what do we have? He's just moving around everywhere on the map. That's what we have. Anyway, coming back to this, looks like Aleppo is going to have some bananas and some wine tiles to benefit from. Some also pigs for the 2-2-1s. Access to Tsingi de Bemaraha to get a bit of extra science and culture. Not that much on the right side. And from what I do see, a decent amount of fresh water mostly everywhere. He also has that city state on the western side that he will need to decide if he's going to want to take that down or not. Babylon on the southeast. And I do also notice northeast he's going to have another one of those allies. But I'm not sure who is there. We also have to the south of him, actually, I think Theodora, if I'm not mistaken. So Sultan, Theodora, no? Babylon and Delhi. Okay, that's India. That's Gandhi. That's actually going to be one of the simmers in the backline. We'll definitely need to take at least one of these city states down, and I do see he's going to have his river network with only 1 or 2 rivers that are going to be actually how do you call it? Splitting out? No. Anyway, forking out. Yeah, I think forking is one of the possible words that I could use there. Anyway, we do need to see what kind of religion Delhi is going to pick up, and also if we're going to have religions from his neighbors. Definitely he's going to get to benefit a lot if he does manage to actually get these going with the religious bonuses of his allies as well as his own. We do also need to see how Floppy is going to settle over. Okay, he does have a decent amount of territory for him to go for on the western side, and I do have to say this story is sitting quite a bit to look at India's placement. I do also want to point out Aleppo doesn't really have immediate choice to go for Scythia. It's going to take him quite a bit of effort to actually get those units through the mountains towards Scythia, one of his opponents, or towards the other vizier, the other sultan over there. Now we do have Babylon also starting to get his scouts out. He's going to want to get to discover as much territory as possible. Has one of those city states on the right side, one of the culture ones, to benefit from. On the side of Sterling, I do see a decent amount of diamonds also for him to get the extra gold, and I can't wait to actually see this first city on Kilimanjaro that's going to get settled. I'm actually quite curious if you're going to have 2 of them, because I do also notice Scythia's territory is pretty good over there. Look at that second city to the south, 2 bananas and a diamond tile that he's going to get some extra gold from. Constantinople does have extra possession from a fur, 2-3-1, and I do see he just bought a builder, or popped it, maybe he popped it from a hut. His warrior just went into a new forest. Didn't see if that's a hut or not. Getting another scout by the looks of it, and we do have him with some rivers towards the northeast to get the fresh water, but he's going to need to split that with his allies, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be a lot more incentivized to settle west than actually go east on his side. And we do have also a settler coming up from Sterling in 4. Looks like he does have quite a bit of a problem over there with the growth. You can see that he's trying to mix and match his tiles over there to get the settler out in 4, but also have enough growth for his city center. Pokrovka, by the looks of it, he's going to have an amazing kurgan in the capital with 3 of those specials that can actually hit it. We, of course, do have multiples that can actually be set around those specials. We will need to see how he's going to also want to get to expand towards the east side. Has a city state like La Venta, for example, to take out a decent amount of river network to get going. Even a possible Temenanki city can actually be placed in the north. Not sure if he's actually going to want to go the full 9 yards to get that Lady of the Rizer Marshes, but it's always a possibility. You never know in the games. A flying toilet, also good evening, sir, and welcome. COC have a banger draft. Yes. Also, Zlatkan, can you sail around the map going out the left hand? Yes, you can. This is a wraparound map, basically. Pangea. There are maps like Inland Sea, for example, that do have like hard edges, but this is a wraparound. You cannot do it north to south though. Like you cannot get to the south to the north through the other side. It doesn't wrap on the vertical, I believe it's called. It only wraps on the horizontal. Horizontal. How do you see that properly, by the way? Is it horizontal or is it horizontal? Horizontal. What is this?
Horizontal.
Okay, horizontal. Anyway, yeah, it is what it is. Okay, How many remaps? Get the points in. Get the points in, because we're already 10-7, and I'm gonna need to stop the vote. I'm gonna need to stop the count. You need to get the points in. Okay, we do have City starting to escort his units towards the east side, or expand his vision, I should say, towards the east side. We didn't see if anybody's gonna meet anybody. I would imagine Sultan might be meeting Sultan. Vizier might be meeting Sultan, actually. No? Vizier might be meeting Sultan. Who is Trinda is Vizier, and then Sultan is Pipo, right? Yeah, okay. And I do notice Hattusa already has one of the units from Aleppo next to it. I didn't see on the western side if we had any unit coming out from Trinda to actually join the right side. We do have most of the players actually trying to get their settlers out. And yeah, there are 3 units, but he's not going to see them. We do only have one single round available for them to actually keep moving and discover their opponents. They might actually feel comfortable with this map. I also want to point out Indonesia is going to be coastal, and by the looks of it, the only coastal civilization in the game. We might see Scotland definitely get some cities out, and we're going to need to see if Babylon is going to join the coast so he can actually put up a fight over there. We do have him with a few coastal cities that he's going to get some fresh water from, but I gotta say, none of them, not a single one actually winks at me. So yeah, where tutus, man, where production, where heals, actually just the biggest question, where are the heals? Yeah, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna see Babylon here trying to get his pilgrims to give him the extra food bonuses on those freshwater tiles on the rivers, and not actually care that much about getting his coastals up. I do see also Scythia put down a holy site. Is that a campus or a holy site? Whoa, what is that? Kind of looks like a holy site, no? That is a holy, so it's a holy Scythia. That's a holy city. Well, I mean, to be honest, it is kind of good because we do have Theodora on the other side, so they definitely need to get some religions going, so they don't allow Theodora to get all of that taxes straight. I do see also Indonesia already picked up his God of the Sea for the extra production on those coastal resources. He has a 431 coupled with a 2211 amber tile on the coast. He definitely wants his celestial navigation boost. And I think this is the moment I actually need to click on the remap option and stop it, no? And submissions. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go until the end. Let's actually see the last few seconds. And oh my god, somebody just put 20,000 points in. Oh my god, 89. Last moving the vote, man. This is another definition of last moving the vote. Oh my god, who did it? We're gonna find out soon. Right now, the high rollers, which were actually the big rollers a minute ago, yeah, they might get those 20,000 points. You don't know. You don't know. That was you? Oh, okay, I see. Let's see if you're gonna keep the points, though. We got Cupcake here that needs to decide this. Cupcake is gonna be the one deciding this. Boom! We got a remap. We got a remap. It's gonna be one remap. One remap. At least one remap. COC decided to remap this. Yeah. It is what it is, man. SF also, good evening, sir, and welcome. COC Civs do seem supremo for this map. Seeming and changing religions. Yes. Also 6 holy sites openings. Ooh, that kind of feels bad, right? We got holy sites here from Byzantium. Oh my god. So wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the 6th one? So people, Jessica, Trinda, and Cupcake are 100% gonna open up holy sites. Erwan might also open up holy sites with Scythia to take away the religion of one religion away from Cupcake. But who's the 6th, SF? Bex. Bom dia, senor, also. Who is the 6th? You think Indonesia might actually go for holy sites? I hope not, actually. Scotland, I don't think so. Like usually Scotland does go for his either campus into commercial or directly commercials. Oh, we did have Hypatia and Ifadlan available for them at the beginning. They didn't choose to pick it. They chose to remap this. Oh, wait, we got a new follower. Naya Yao Tuan. Good evening, sir, and welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciated. I just noticed. Sorry. Ooh, a lot of resources here. That's only a reef. So a reef fish and a turtle, I believe we're gonna have here. With another, at least one fish, two fish in the capital. He's gonna have like 4 resources in the capital. That's a pretty good one. But one of them, at least the turtle, is quite expensive. I do see some also pigs in the forest there. What is that? Guivre. What's the copper? Givre? Is copper? Yeah, it's copper. Okay. Well, we do have Indonesia with a decent amount of coast. As a city say to take out Mitla in the north with just his boats, and also more freshwater cities in the south. I would imagine he's going to want to split this coast with Scotland towards the south, and we're going to need to see what is he going to do there. It looks like we're also going to have a bit of a problem with the precinct. I mean, it is what it is. It's not like he's gonna do anything with it. Pio Pio Tahi also available for Trinda, I believe. No, wait, no, this is people. People, they actually switch sides, right? Now we do have the Sharks on the left side and the COC on the right. Pio Pio Tahi is gonna give quite a decent amount of gold for any kind of city that's gonna settle next to it, not to mention those extra era score points. And it looks like I see him connected. Relobby, he's in old map, he's going to rejoin. Wow. Okay. How is he in the old map? Wow. Yeah, I guess we're gonna need to wait for Cupcake to join the new map to actually see what he's playing with. I think the gold is gonna be a problem here, and I can imagine it's gonna be quite a challenge for Courtney to get all of the gold for his teammates. We're gonna need to see what kind of religion Jessica is gonna pick, if she's gonna want to get something over there with bonuses for gold. Did we just have... Okay, we're gonna have actually a relobby on this new map. Just, you know, rip the band-aid and try to get it proper. Sag. Yeah. Indeed. Give me a minute while I do this. No need to add team names. You can tell. Check W. We're gonna need to see the team labels if we need to get them or not. I believe Ethan actually set them up, but unfortunately his stream is quite weird. As in, I don't know why the quality is so low. This is what it is. Might be a bug over there. Just gonna keep the sound from Distoria stream, so it's gonna be a bit more obvious that we're gonna be watching him. I'm actually super surprised that we do have Jessica actually playing Gandhi and not the Naval Nation. Usually she has felt a lot more comfortable on the navals than the land civilizations. Or at least maybe that's just my impression. And hopefully we're not gonna have these things. Or disconnects, or double loads, or whatever the game wants to throw at us. Why is there a relobby? Because Cupcake, for example, couldn't actually join for some reason. I have no idea. Didn't load during the remap. The remap started. Everybody got onto the new map. It says he connected, but he never actually switched from the old map to the new map. So yeah, they needed to relobby. Kick double. We didn't get to see that much of the new map with CTI in the middle. By the looks of it, he's gonna have two of these city states on the right side, three city states actually on the right side to trade some punches with. We also have people to the south here, and it looks like that northeast is actually northeast is going to be filled with city states rather than anything else. And we also do have quite close by to wow, both of these Arabias are very close to each other. Look at this, they're so close to each other. It's just one of these merchant city states that is going to stand in between them. Babylon has a beautiful Etemenaki city towards the northeast, which he is going to get enough production to actually make use of, and I'm pretty sure he does have a good opportunity to get his Lady of the Reeds and Marshes here. With Jessica actually being on the back line, we're gonna need to see how she's gonna try to get everything going. Did we just have D10 double load? I think we did. Yeah, he's reloading in. He did double load. Kick. Oh well. Let me do the other stuff in the meantime. Just pop out my chats over here so I can see YouTube. Hello YouTube, good evening, good evening. And then also see this this. There we go. Very nice campus coming up for Mahapahit. Unfortunately, he's gonna need to get the Bronzor King to actually settle it down, and it's not gonna be easy, because it's gonna interfere with everything there. We do have Ethan trying to rejoin, and I believe he's actually fixing his 0 MS right now. Yeah, there we go. He's just fixing his 0 MS, and he's gonna join up quickly. Okay, Theodora looks like she has Crater Lake. I believe that's the Crater Lake, right? With the 4 Science and the 4 Faith on the tile. It is playing. Yeah, it is playing. Wait, you don't hear it? Yeah, it's playing, but very low in the background. I don't really want to put it like with high volume in the background. With the placement of the Vatican, I am sure there is there is a joke somewhere with it, and hell is freezing over. What is why is it in the south over there? That's what it is. I didn't see the position of Vatican. Is it to the southeast of Cairo here? Maybe. Yeah, we do have the first warrior of Cairo moving to the western side. He's gonna figure out where Piatahi is, and by the looks of it, he's gonna have quite an array of strategic resources around him. Two of these iron tiles are gonna be in his capital, one in the first ring, one in the third, and I do see also his horses, a second ring on the east. He's gonna have the river network to the east to settle. I'm pretty sure northwards he's gonna get at least 1 or 2 cities down, and it's gonna be quite a nice placement in between those mountains for his holy sites and also for the campuses around. We're gonna need to see how he's gonna try to couple everything there. Sterling is also gonna have quite an array of stone tiles, 3 of them in the capital, and I do see his iron first ring, second ring horses, some river networks moving to the east and to the north, but I don't really think he's gonna have that much space to actually settle. Yeah, we will need to see if he's gonna take out one of the city states in between him and his opponent to the north, his ally to the north actually. Is that Josie? I think that's Josie, right? Josie 06 is gonna be no. Wait, yes, it must be, right? It must be Indonesia over there on the coast. Yeah, it must be Indonesia on the coast. Yeah, it is. It is. We do not have that much fresh water on the coast. Yes, Mahapahit is going to have that city on the night tile towards the south to place it down there, and another one north, and that's about it. That's where his fresh water stops on the coast. He's going to need to get the lighthouses if he wants to get the extra housing, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be very happy to place a city on the copper tile to get a 2-2-2 base. Constantine, good evening, sir, and welcome. Could I help you? Who should I call if game reporting is wrong? I took second place, but in report I'm third. I should call in the guy. Yes, call the guy who made the report. If he doesn't actually fix the report, you just call a moderator. That's how it is. 6 astrology openers. Well, yeah, but some of them are going for also the celestial navigation, right? And you need to go through astrology to get there. Like Joe CO6, I would believe he's actually going for his celestial navigation to open up with harbors rather than going for holy sites. Although, I do have to say, I do have to admit, I have seen games where Indonesia didn't want to go for holy sites. It wasn't really the best games of Indonesia, to be honest. We do have also Nazca on the map, but I didn't see that big of a desert, and nor do if I actually check the map, we don't see that many of these desert tiles for Nazca to be useful. I do also notice we do have the scouts coming around from COC, slowly but surely on the right side, trying to get their visibility everywhere. I do have to say on the side of India, she's going to have a lot more freshwater cities to place than Scotland and or Indonesia. Housing might be an issue. We'll see. There are quite a few things that you can do to get those extra housing points, but they do slow you down a little bit. Without Josie? Oh wait, without Josie? Oh yeah. So it's Erwan, People, Corny. Even Corny is going for holy sites. So Babylon is going for holy sites here at the beginning. He's opening holy sites. Oh my god, he's actually opening holy sites. Look at that. Every one of the team members of COC are opening holy sites. This must be all for Gandhi. This is an all-in for Gandhi, isn't it? An all-in for Jessica. They're gonna try to feed Jessica as much as they can, so she actually gets all of those religious bonuses on her side. I do have to say also Babylon does seem to have a pretty good adjacency from the rivers for those housing points. We do have Terry with quite a few 2-2s, a 4-foot rice tile in the second ring southwest, access to iron tiles in the first ring, and I did see also the horses are going to be second ring northwest over there past the river. We do have, as you can see, another river from Mahapahit on the right side. He's gonna get closer to Nazca. We're probably gonna see him take that city down. It's gonna be an open question if he's gonna want to take the city on the coast, the coastal research city, or the one on the inland. We do have also Constantinople coming up with a decent amount of fresh water over here, and I'm not gonna lie, this is it's moving quite fast. It's moving quite fast, isn't it? Anyway, they do still have a remap token on the side of the Sharks, and we're going to need to see how things develop here. Where are they going to place their first cities? Where are they going to send them? There is actually quite a nice delicate touch here next to the city of Vatican. And this is what you're remembering. So Vatican City is basically a full flat city except a one single tundra hill. That also has a builder on it. That builder might actually get ice cold over there. Fascinating team open with that funnel for Gandhi. Yes, the funnel for Gandhi. The drip. We got Pokrovka here also placing down his holy site in a second ring. That would be a +1 actually in between those forest tiles. There are quite a few units also from Cairo. We do have 3 scouts with his warrior, and he did place down his first holy site. We do also see the other one did not actually go for this. I would imagine they already did manage to get all of them, right? They did manage to get astrology. I think so, no? This is about that time. We're turn 8. Okay, one extra envoy here for Vizier. Oh, I'm gonna need to actually remember Vizier, the name. Is there ever a point where you don't settle your first city where you start, or don't you spawn with settlers in Civ anymore? You spawn with settlers in Civ anymore, and there are some situations in which you actually would contemplate if you should move or not, getting closer to, for example, an extra food tile, like a 3-2 banana or something like that, getting to a 2-2 base if you are not using the balanced start mode, which we are using right now. So anywhere you settle, you're actually going to get a 2-2 base, a 2-foot, 2 production base. That is something that the players did figure out. It's quite a difference in the game. If somebody has a 2-1 base versus somebody that has a 2-2, or somebody that has bigger yields over there. Right now, if you settle flat, if you settle hill, it doesn't matter. You do get it on, at least on the first city. That's what we care. The first city, right? Everybody gets the first start the same moment, basically, with 2 food and 2 production. Yes, you can still settle ivory and other stuff that would actually give you more yields over there, but most of the time, that is it. There were quite a few situations in which the players did prefer to go for hills, for example, spending that 1 extra turn to get across a river, for example, for Hungary, to try to get a better Pearl of the Danube bonus, you know, the bonus to production towards districts that you get from across the river. If he does manage to get, like, you know, on a river bend over here with just a single turn of movement, usually it's very good to go for it. It's very good. Yeah, we have normalized the spawn position somewhat. It was quite a discussion, actually. It took us I don't know, 1 week or 2 weeks to actually get together and try to mix in all of the opinions that were coming from the different communities. Some of them wanted more food, like wanted the setting to be 3-1, like 3 food and 1 production, so they get faster. Some of them didn't want to get the normal spawns, like, you know, just make up your mind over there for yourself where you're gonna spawn. And the only option, the in-between option, was this 2-2. I believe that's happening right now in Civ7 also, if I'm not mistaken. It's happening a lot faster in Civ7 than it happened in Civ6. It took us quite a few years to actually get through all of these. In Civ7 it's happening faster, but unfortunately the bones of the game, I'm not sure of them. The bones of the game, especially that leader switch. Oof. Or at least that's my opinion. I don't know what's your opinion, but that's my opinion about it. I'm not saying it's the hard truth. And that's it. We can finish the prediction. Let's see. Choose an outcome. 1 remap. It was 1 remap. Space BK, good evening, sir. Does the Shark know they have 3 frontliners? Wait, COC 1 already calling it out? Space PK! Oh my god! COC already won! Come on, man. We can't say that yet. No, Space PK, come on. We need to watch the game. Space. We're gonna need to see if that's actually gonna be the truth over here. I gotta say, okay, I'm throwing a challenge to you, Space PK. I'm throwing it out there. Are you gonna be the biggest pointers in the COC? For the who's gonna win this game? Is that what you're trying to say? I mean, you need to put your points when your mouth is, no? Let's actually get that going. I'm gonna get that going before we're gonna get the takeover a city. Okay, let's see it. Prediction for today. Right now he's not moving. I don't know. I don't see any points getting in. Yeah. What is Space VK's points? What are they? Ooh. Actually, people are putting points on the Sharks. I don't know about the COC over here, but anyway, we'll see. Well, Unicycle, good evening, sir. Can we put up the team name? Yes, we can put it up. Team names, got it. So, COC on the left side. Click on button. On the other side, we got the Sharks, DShark. Well, actually, I'm not sure. Is it? It's not plural, right? It's the Shark. Can't predict with voice because you're from Denmark. Oh, really? Denmark doesn't allow you to do this either? I thought it's only the Dutch. Oh my god, man. Denmark doing it also. I guess it is what it is, man. Yeah, magical points, not good. Magical points, not good, man. Now we do have Mecha over here with his holy site coming up in 2. Looks like it's only gonna be again a +1. Getting another settle towards the northwest, and also meeting Scythia next to Mogadishu. We do have also Theodora managing to get his units on the western side, and I gotta say, chat over here was saying they got 3 frontliners. I think they only have two of them. I don't think you can possibly consider Sterling being a frontliner since he does have both Syria and Arabia over there in between his opponents and him. So I think they're actually gonna get defense for him. Yeah, we do have also a slinger managing to get out from the cities of Mecca, from the city of Mecca to push back the scout of Trinda. I do also notice we do have bronze working coming up for Scythia in 9 turns. Whoa! And he's the only one actually right now going for bronze working. Cupcake and Trinda might also go for it. They are getting their mining. Although I gotta say, I'm not so sure. Theodora is not that close to actually attacking anybody, and usually he does want to get his his hippodromes down to get quite a few free units from them, and wait for that moment in time. In between, I'm pretty sure he's also going to try to get as much taxes straight as possible from converting his allies holy cities, so he can actually get those +2 points from each of the religions of his allies. And we do have holy sites from Indonesia. He's actually going to put them down. I cannot believe Josie is actually getting his holy sites down. Wow. Okay, this is one of the first times I've seen Indonesia. One of the few times, not the first time. The few times that we're actually going to see Indonesia getting his holy sites down. Flying Toilet, what is going on in this game, man? Babylon holy sites? Yes, Babylon actually went holy sites. Yes, everybody's going holy sites. This is a holy site filled game. Look at that. They're fighting for 5 religions. I gotta say, there's like 7 civs that are fighting for 5 religions right now. I think some of them are not gonna get the religion. You know, I'm just saying, it might not happen. They're even chopping out the religion. Oh my god, man, this is like 2021 gameplay. Do you guys remember the 2021 gameplay when everybody was rushing religion like it didn't matter? Everybody was chopping projects out as quickly as possible to get the religions. Oh my god. They're actually gonna get this going. Look, oh my god, this is just funny. I cannot believe what I can only imagine what the Flying Toilet is right now thinking when he sees Babylon plus holy sites. Oh my god, they're afraid of Byzantine and other OP religious civs. Yeah, wow. Okay, let's see who's getting them. India 3 points off. Oh my god, only 3 points off. Can you imagine if India doesn't get a religion? Can you imagine that? Oh my. Catastrophic. She's 2 turns out from getting another project. I mean, to be honest, she's 3 points off from getting a religion anyway, so I'm not sure. I guess the 1 turn might actually matter quite a bit here. Okay, Constantinople getting also his project. Okay. He didn't finish his second holy site now. I do see he did pick Earth Goddess as a pantheon, getting those extra faith points on his tiles. And of course the Fountain of Youth. It wasn't Crater Lake, it was Fountain of Youth actually next to the mountains there in the south. I do also notice Cupcake and Trinda are both going for archery next. They're not going to follow up the mining with going for bronze working. Only Erwan is actually going to go for his encampments. We do have also to see who's going to pick those great prophets, man. Okay, 30 out of 30 for Indonesia. He's gonna have the first great prophet. Indonesia gonna get this first, and there we go. Activated right before, even before he got his second holy site. This is a bit surprising because usually you do want to finish the holy sites in at least two of your cities, so he can spread immediately the religion. When it activates, it spread to all of the cities that have holy sites. If they don't have a holy site, they just don't spread that, and as you can see, that's exactly what happened. Only his capital has it. We're gonna also need to see what kind of bonuses he's gonna have for his religion. If he's gonna go for the food, for the culture, for the, I don't know, points, extra points from wonders or stuff like that, for his bonuses. I do also notice Delhi did manage to pick up a pantheon here. I would imagine that's gonna be River Goddess by the position of his holy sites, and that's it. That's it. Oh my god, man. Oh my god, toilet. Where is toilet when you need him? Babylon opened up holy sites and did not get the religion. Babylon. No, Drake, good evening, sir, and welcome. Open up. Did you miss the vote for the map? Yes, yes, this is the map. No religion for... Wait, Byzantium didn't get the religion either? Oh, holy moly. Oh my god, yeah. Hunter, good evening, sir, and welcome. Taxes, just tax. Yeah, Byzantium didn't get the profit. They just couldn't get there. They just couldn't get there. Okay, so we do have at least two religions that India is going to benefit from, right? Trinda and Jessica. Corny didn't get it. Cupcake didn't get it. On the other side, we do have three religions. Pipo, Josie, and Erwan. I think all three got them. Also space. I didn't notice that there are two Arabias. I guess we have a normal game. Yeah. We do have two Arabias here. It's definitely going to be a problem with gold. Both of these Arabias, I got to say, are going to be quite gold heavy on their side. And it's incredible that Byzantium does not have a religion. I don't think I've ever seen a game in which Byzantium has been denied a religion. I don't think I've seen it. He always gets it. This time, oh my god, this is so sad. This is so sad. So no choral music, no extra production, no extra food, no extra gold here for Byzantium, even though he did invest quite a bit into his face generation over there. He's definitely going to want monumentality, but that's going to be a lot of bonuses that he's not going to benefit from. That's unfortunate. At least they will learn a little bit about their build orders. He kicked W, man. Or getting their chops done in proper time. Did you see their opponents did manage to get their chops even for these projects, and that's how they actually pushed it in. We do have, oh my god, man, he even built the shrines in the holy sites. Maybe he can get some discounts. Hopefully, can he? Oh, man, all of that beautiful gameplay that we were thinking with Temenanki coming up in Borsipa over there on the right side and everything for the extra food, the extra production on his Lady of the Reeds and Marshes for Babylon just went poof. When he decided to go holy sites, his whole build order went out of whack. Fortuna Belli, good morning, sir, and welcome. You missed the show, Fortuna Belli. Teammate can spread his religion. Yes, he can, but he's not going to benefit from all of the bonuses of the religion. That's the problem on Theodora, right? Yeah, 0 taxes. He doesn't even have his own. That's the problem. We had like 7 civs trying to get the religion. Only 5 did manage to get it out of the 7 ones, and 2 players just open up holy sites without anything, with no bonuses, 0 bonuses on them. Like we got and 2 players that are important, like Babylon, a simmer from the side of COC, and also Cupcake, Theodora. Have you ever seen Theodora not having a religion? Wait, you're playing Fortnite with a teammate? It's the new season this morning. Star Wars! Ooh, I guess it's the season of Andor. Yeah, I mean, pretty good movie. Pretty good movie, man. Not gonna lie. Did you guys see the new episodes from Andor? They got like, I don't know, 6 right now. It's a very unusual situation, but if someone passes on the religion to Theodora, does she get? No, she doesn't get it. She doesn't get it. She needs to convert with her own religion the ally cities or the opponent cities, and she doesn't have a religion to do that. She doesn't even get her own +2 taxes trade. Okay, Scythia went initiation rites, Zen meditation. I do see Arabia did go for the science and I would say science for the campuses and gold points for the commercials. India went work ethic. Okay, that's the only thing I saw. There were another 2 options that I didn't get to see them. We do have India also managing to get Moksha in the capital city, while I do see the others are still adding their points. Totally useless movement of camera over there. We do have also Moksha establishing the city of Cairo. Okay. Byzantium is starting to scout out the lands of Scythia. They are not that far away, but not that close either. And I'm pretty sure Scythia will have an advantage against Byzantium. With no more taxes trade, that's a problem. Also, Andor seems fine. Yeah. Build Order 2, they lost discounted the production for holy sites increased to 5 turns while their opponent managed to stay at 4. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. It might have been also the min-maxing of their tiles that they're using. There might have been an advantage from that one. Or extra pop coming around from having extra food from some of their tiles. For example, Indonesia did have the 431 fish tile and the 331 turtle over there from Mataram improved quite early on. That definitely made a difference in how many tiles because of the population count that he had. We do have him getting his monuments. He's gonna place that other city, third city towards the south there on the coast. And from what I do notice, we're also gonna see Arabia over here getting his stone circles in his cities. He's gonna have at least 2 upgraded right now with quite a few more in the capital. I see another 4 that could be upgraded, and I do see he's also going to have some gypsum around his territory to get the extra quarries going. Also, Kebor, good evening, sir, and welcome. Is this some new no religion Theodora strat? Yes, this is the premier right here. No religion Theodora. I don't think Cupcake is going to be happy. Just saying, I don't think Cupcake is gonna be happy. And wait, what is that in between the 2 holy sites of Babylon? Is that the campus? Is that the +2 campus? Wait a second. I was expecting him to put something like a Governor Plaza in between those, but it looks like he went for a campus. That's a camp. That must be a campus. Yeah, it is a campus. It's actually getting built from amalgam. Remind me, is Theodora's UU negatively affected by her not having a religion? She doesn't have a UU. Theodora. It's only Byzantium, Basil II actually, that has the tagma. If you're referring to the tagma, it's only him. Also, 4 religions, Kokusu, 5 religions, but Cupcake doesn't have one. Look at him, he doesn't have a religion. Yeah. Yesterday was National Hangover Day. Labor Day. Watched all the 6 Andor episodes released so far. Oh, yes, you got the time. Did you like it? You said seems okay, but did you like it? Like, it seems quite a developing story over there. And I don't know. Compared to the other ones, it's definitely much better, no? Especially compared to the Star Trek kind of shit they did. Ugh. They had an opportunity to upgrade a lot of stuff over there with new 3D elements and blah blah. They kind of shit the bed also. Oh well. Yeah. Oh, anonymous gifter, thank you so much for the gift to Varface. Much appreciated, sir. Thank you. Magnus is gonna be the governor in Constantinople for Byzantium. We're gonna need to see what is he gonna be chopping there. We do have also more of these shrines getting out and in the holy sites of Arabia. 4 cities open for Scotland. I do see he's gonna go for his commercials, and we'll have Magnus in the capital for those extra yields for the chops, starting to improve also his amenities over there. We do have some extra trade routes coming up from Mahapahit. Already he has Mataram with 1. He did manage to build at least one of his lighthouses and did get the 2 traders. We're going to need to see him start getting his extra series out. We're 1026. They didn't actually get to the next era yet. We're going to need to wait and see if everybody's going to get it, but I think everybody's going to get it. We do have quite a bit more production coming up from Josie 06 and Floppy Flon G 33 and 32, while on the other side the majority is like 22, 26, while we do have Babylon over there managing to get 32 of his own. He's 14 science and 10 culture at the moment, actually leading the way in both of those yields, 14 and 11 right now. Good watch for a hangover release, good effects and stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of good also for the storyline. Not amazing on the storyline. I gotta say, they need to work on it. And I can't really, I don't really enjoy the drama that they're inserting with Bix, for example, being like, how is it called? Junkie, I guess that's the word called. I was hoping for a bit more serious type of development over there, but I guess drama is drama, and we're going to need to see how the situation evolves or how they want to evolve the character. The storyline actually looks very similar to the Alderan rebellion. So they kind of replaced Gorman with Alderans. I'm not sure if you're familiar with all of the Star Wars lore over there, how the how to say, Princess Leia, Organa, or the Organa family actually was, and what they were doing, and so on and so forth. That's basically kind of the same thing over there. Alderan, Gorman. It looks like it's just a mirror storyline. Oh my god, this is like moving so fast and without point. Anyway, we do have extra settlers coming up from Byzantium, gonna get his third and fourth out. I do see also India is gonna get his fourth out, moving towards probably the southwest. We do have getting some of her upgrades going, and I didn't see what kind of pantheon she picked up. We do also have the Temenaki being placed down by Babylon, the rightmost city, and we're gonna need to see if he's gonna pick up Lady of the Region Marshes. He probably did get the pantheon, we just didn't see what it is. We do have also a few scouts meeting from Arabia, meeting the Arabian scouts from the other side. Mogadishu did make a lot of warriors over here in the middle of the screen, and we're going to need to see who's going to actually pick those up. We do have a possibility for Arabia to get closer to Arabia. Neither of them are actually going holy sites right now. Oh, sorry, encampments after the holy sites openers. We're going to need to see if they're going to go for campuses. That's usually the way, and I gotta say, look at the gold. There's just 0 gold on the side of COC. 2 gold on Cupcake. That's it. 2 gold on Cupcake. The others are 0, 0, 0. I think that's quite troubling, no? Oh, Scythia did manage to get her sneaky scouting, and it's gonna get to pillage the holy sites of Antioch. I mean, that's just throwing insult to injury right here. So not only Byzantium is not gonna have his, religion, he's not gonna have even faith coming up from his holy sites, because they're gonna get burned by the scout cats of his opponent. Beautiful. I would say that's just beautiful. We got another one of these slingers coming out from Antioch. He did pop out that settler, and I do see Constantinople did already get one, so he can defend his holy side there. Another settler is going towards the north. Looks like that's actually the 5th settler coming out from Constantinople. He started improving some of his styles for those extra yields, getting the extra gold points, and started moving. Cupcake is not a happy bunny. Yeah, he's definitely not a happy bunny right now. He's probably complaining. He will probably complain actually all stream, all game long. Oh, there we go. Aga coming up in Fortens with another one of those scouts. The shrines are starting to get going. We got the yields available to us to see. Looks like Jessica is going to have 23 faith to use. Also, Trinta going to have 22, and then Cupcake 20. On the other side, Pipo is on 20. We got Josie 06 on 27. Not bad for his religion opener, while Erwan only has 7. Did Erwan pick up a religion? I think he did pick up a religion, right? He got one of those, and it looks like he did manage to also pillage the holy site of his opponent here. There are cities from Byzantium that are moving west side to get closer to Kumasi and also have closer proximity to Scythia. Yeah, Scythia did manage to get a religion here, and we're going to need to wait to see if he's gonna get to use it proper. Now with right now only 7 faith points a turn, I'm not really sure it's gonna be good to actually go for Monumentality Golden Age. That's a little too little faith, a bit too little faith for actually a good monumentality. And of course we do have also the commercials coming out from Scotland, which we will need to see if he's gonna start getting some projects out. I didn't have a vision over the Great People screen to actually see if we do have any of those extra merchants available, or maybe even Hypatia as a first campus opener, or I should say a scientist. Although we do have a campus from Mataram. Looks like he's Indonesia is gonna plug in Magnus in that city center and has motion in the first one, while he's gonna try to get his 4th city out. We do have also quite a few units trying to get to take out the Byzantine warrior that is getting through the vision of Nazca and getting closer to the Indonesian cities. So we're going to need to see if that's going to take a turn for the north or the south. You do see the Scottish units are coming towards him, and we do have the Slinger also of Indonesia being sent to throw some rocks at the boy. We do have to see also if the scout of Scythia will actually manage to cross the river and get to the trader, the princess. Babylon here is 5 turns away from getting his Temenanki, and I I do see the third city from Byzantium, fourth city from third city from Byzantium did get settled in the north. Pokrovka is coming in with Gavron Plaza, while we do have builders coming out here from Indonesia, slowly but surely getting that Magnus in, and of course does want to actually get. Where are his settlers? Where are his settlers? 15 science, 20 culture right now on Josie. Not bad yields, but where settlers? And a big question if he's gonna go for a monumentality here. It looks like he does have a decent amount of faith banked up and a decent amount of faith per turn. I would imagine it might actually be useful to go for a monumentality. Although most of the time we do see Indonesia going for his Pen Brush and Voice Golden Age, benefiting from very good campuses on the coast from his extra adjacency from the water tiles, and also the possibilities to get those reef tiles around it. Has some beautiful campuses, and we'll couple that with the extra culture that you get from Pen Brush and Voice for each of those campuses. Usually it's a pretty strong start over there for Indonesia. This time around he went holy sites, and he's probably gonna go monumentality. So those bonuses I was talking about are not gonna be those that we're gonna be talking about today. Okay, Temple of Artemis also getting built in the city of Sterling. We do have more campuses being built by him to get those extra points, and I do not see exactly what's going on there. That's a +2 campus, if I see that correctly. 1, 2, yeah, +2. He would have needed the mountain tile to get it +3. Temenanki 3 tons. Liang is also getting plugged in. I didn't see what Pantheon Babylon picked up. Maybe you guys saw it. Did anybody see what Pantheon he picked up? I don't see any bonuses, like immediate bonuses. So it's either Lady of the Desert Marshes, so he gets those extra production points, or this is going to be something like, I don't know, Divine Spark or something like that. I didn't see any yields on his improved tiles already. We do have also the Religion of Gandhi being sent towards his ally here, slowly but surely. Well, I guess she's trying to help. Babylon is not going to be happy with this. Really not going to be happy with this. Did get his government pattern, and we're going to need to see what kind of specializing building of choice he's going to have. Looks like the Scout of Scythia for some reason went into a dark, very dark place. He went into a mountain. I have no idea why he actually moved south instead of across the river. Honestly, I don't know. I have no idea why he did that. He probably thought it's an open territory, but it wasn't. We do have also the first horses from Scythia coming around. Remember, Scythia does actually get the benefits of buying units, especially cav units with faith, which is going to be so useful if he does have a decent amount of faith per turn. With only 12, that's not going to be enough. We're going to need to see if he's going to manage to get some kurgans going so he can get some extra faith points from those tiles, and also if he's going to get some gold from them. Ooh, look at that. Wait a second. He left everything around with one tile, and he didn't place his government plaza on one tile. Okay, on that one tile. Well, I'm talking about Trinda. I'm pretty sure he's keeping that. Time Lord, good evening, sir. What is a goal per turn per team? Oh, that's a good question. COC doesn't have that much. 10, 6, 6, and 14 on their side. While on the other side, we do have 58 on Joe CO6, 33 on Floppy, and then 11 on people, with everyone coming up on 5. This is going to be an ongoing problem, especially since Corny on Babylon did not open up with commercials or campuses. He did go for holy sites, and it's going to take him quite a bit of time to get his commercials down and get those trade routes singing. Remember, you actually need to get the markets for the extra trade routes, no? Also, the unique improvement for Indonesia, remember, housing and food. What it provides and the requirements for placement, I think it's just water, and that's about it. I'm pretty sure you can actually get them next to each other, if I'm not mistaken. Like, it doesn't matter if you place like 3 next to each other or something. They do get extra food per... so they get a base housing and extra food per resource around it, coastal resource around it. And no extra production though, so not amazingly good. It's okay, but still not amazing. And that's taxed with God of the Sea. It doesn't. Goddess of the Sea doesn't give you a extra point over there. It only gives points to resources, not the unique improvements, which is kind of bad. But yeah, and that's why I'm saying it doesn't have the extra production point. I don't think even shipyards actually gives it the extra production, if I'm not mistaken. I think the only thing that actually gives it the extra production point is Auckland, if I'm not mistaken, the Suze of Auckland, because you do have the improved tiles actually getting the extra production from them. Okay, Moksha going in Antioch there. I do see his sixth settler is coming around from Antioch. He did get these quite quickly. We do have also Hanging Gardens getting out from his capital city for those extra fertility points. The extra 15% growth is going to be quite useful. And for some reason, okay, I have very hot feet. Anyway, now we do have also the horses of Scythia going towards Mogadishu, or one of those commercial city-states. I do also notice we do have Scotland starting to improve his amenities. Did finish his Temple of Artemis in the city of Stirling, and from what I do see, got to some of his cities in with +3 amenities. Not bad, not bad. We do also see that he's already getting converted by the pressure, the religious pressure coming up from Indonesia. Ancestral Hall coming up in 3 times for Mahapahit. He's gonna get that 5th settler in the north and already moving east with another settler from the capital city. We do have builders starting to get the chops going, and he does have Magnus in the north to actually get them stronger. From what I do see, also Palgums are starting to get around in Babylon cities. You do see at the moment he has zero commercials. Oh my god, wait a second, he's going entertainment complex. So even with the slowdown of him not getting the gold at the correct moment in time because he didn't open up commercials, now he's gonna slow this a lot more because he's gonna try to get to Colosseum. Am I the only one scratching my head right now? Yeah. What can you do, man? What can you do? Yeah, maybe he has a super strat. And Cupcake also, we might not know. Maybe there's some bug over there. When you get to -1 holy sites, Cupcake is gonna get the +10 taxi straight. I don't know. You never know in this game, no? I mean, planes are blocking tiles in this game, you know? Anything is possible. We do have also Arabia here starting to get his next settlers out. I would imagine he did go for Ancestral Hall because he was getting them a bit too fast. We do have quite a few of those builders also getting out from Indonesia, and I think he did actually go for Pembrashian Voice. 17 science with 33 culture kind of screams at me Pembrashian Voice and non-monumentality. We do have also people 24 science with 31 culture on his side of Arabia. We do need to see if he's going to be aggressive here. He still has only 2 cities, one on the other side. Trinda does have a lot more, 23 science and 25. He's already on 2, 4, 5 cities on his side, and does have the opportunity to also take one of those science city states. I have no idea why this Storia is actually looking so close to these golf courses. I guess he does want to see where the little holes are, but yeah, they're kind of tiny. They're very, very tiny holes, over there for those space balls. Anyway, we do see the oh my god, wait, is Trinda gonna get bonked? Is Trinda gonna make Pikachu face against his opponent here? Because you do see City already has units being sent towards his first city, and I gotta say I would really love to actually take a look at their texts here to see if Trinda is gonna manage to get his classical units in a good amount of time. We're already 10:37, so I would have imagined classical units should have been out for some. We only have City actually with a few horses, and that's about it. Pingala establishing the city of Agra for India to get those extra science points, getting also herself a granary in the capital city, so her people are gonna go bigger, stronger, faster. Definitely a lot more population is going to be good here. Started improving her strategic resources, as you can see the iron on the right side of Delhi, and keeps on getting more cities out towards the northwest. And does have also Torres del Paine to settle in the northwest side. I don't think she's going to want to actually join the coast to try to fight off Indonesia on the coast. That's going to be a bit too hard for the bonuses of India. Also, Echo is coming back on the Andor topic. More than Andor or any Star Wars coming out. I'm waiting for season 3 and 4 of Foundation. Did read all the Foundation and Robot series books as a kid, which helps follow the TV version, which is a bit slow and hard to follow, but still pretty good. I mean, they kind of have that one up also with the second season of the Foundation, with all of the. I mean, I get what they did, but it kind of looks like they're stealing a little bit from Dune, but yeah, the Foundation. So don't get me wrong, it's a pretty good series. I like it. I would watch it and so on. But it kind of feels like they kind of went very bad with it, with all of the combinations that they did with how to say the planet that they ended up on, and that planet had the witches, and the witches that could see something and whatever future stuff connected karma, whatever energy beam boom bam beam. It stopped to make sense at some points during the second part of the series. Still watched it till the end, and I'm hoping actually it's gonna change. Anyway, we do have Trinda starting to get a few of these horses out, and by the looks of it, also Byzantium is coming closer towards the south with a city of his own. I do see commercials are starting to be placed there. We also do see there's still that one spot, that one here in between all of the districts of Arabia over there. Not sure why he's sitting on two cities. Does anybody know why people is sitting on two cities? He's still sitting on two cities. This is incredible. I would have imagined he would actually, double his city count. Yolo S, good evening, sir, and welcome. Yeah, it's East versus West. Welcome, Adam the engineer. Good evening, sir. LNG for Byzantium. Not looking good for Byzantium. Yes, not looking good for Byzantium. He didn't get the religion, bro. Can you imagine that, Adam? He actually didn't get the religion. How can that be? How? How? Anyway, it is what it is. We do have some of the units of Scythia starting to attack into the units of Arabia over there, and by the looks of it, his other units are coming quite slow. We do have, 4 cities. Okay, we do have actually 4 cities over here from Arabia. Settled down IDub and got one of those coastal cities southwest, not to mention Damas northwest. And it looks like he's getting the campus in between all of those holy sites over there. Very nice, very nice. It's gonna be a big amount of bonuses. Already people is 30 and 35, while he does have 61 faith attack and 52 points of production. Trinda is on 29 and 41 with 66 points of production and 57 faith. I do see also another wave of settlers are going towards the north from Indonesia. Looks like he's gonna be on 6 cities relatively quickly, while we're gonna need to see who's gonna start to put down encampments over here to get those generals. I would imagine Scythia is gonna be one of the first ones. He did open up bronze quite early. I didn't see him actually getting one of those generals out. This lobby is a Gandhi heaven. You'd think so, but I think it's actually right now a Gandhi slowdown, because of their strategies. They did try to open up with religions. Even Babylon tried to open up with a holy site. Cupcake tried to open up with holy sites. They didn't get them. They didn't get the religions. So there's only one single religion to be spread to Jessica, and that is from Trinda. And Trinda is frontline. He's gonna require all of that little bit of faith that he has for himself right now. It's not gonna be easy. That's what I'm pointing out. It's not gonna be easy. And the slowdown on Babylon, this is gonna be crucial. Like, we do have him right now putting some commercials down, but by the time he's also gonna get his goal going, we might actually have them needing to upgrade their units, especially over here on the defensive side. We're gonna need to see if we're gonna have big timing coming up from Erwan to actually get a lot of units against his opponent. He did already start to poke a little bit his opponent Trinda right next to him. He did get the encampment out from Generals, and I do see he's building up his wall of throne in one turn. And I still don't know exactly the progression that we have on the military side, on the generals. We'll definitely need to see that progression. But yeah, it would have been a Gandhi heaven, but it's not a Gandhi heaven. It looks like also if line is available for the merchants. They just need to get that going. We do have Theodora following up his opener with holy sites into commercials, and we're going to need to see if she's going to manage to get the goal going. We got an elephant coming out from Delhi. I think Jessica just wants to play with the big elephant. That's about it. Yep. Just moving it around, just hearing the sound over there. Woo! That's it. Ooh, more units going to Halab. But I'm pretty sure he lost the warrior. There is just one single horse that's available in Halab. And that's kind of damaged. I think he's gonna die. 2 archers can actually hit it. Ah, never mind. I think that actually should have a promotion. Oh well. Okay, horses hard bought with faith over there because everyone can afford it. 15 science, 33 culture, but still only 17 faith a 10. I'm pretty sure he went pen brush and voice with that amount of culture. We do have a Colosseum also getting built by Corny on 33 science, 41 culture. I gotta say he does have 104 points of production. Even if he did open up with holy sites, it doesn't seem like he got that slowed down. We do have Floppy on the other side, also 32 science with 36 culture, or 78 only points of production, and we're going to need to see if he's going to manage to get his industrial zones down quickly. We're also going to see more of these traders starting to show up on the side of Byzantium and also Theodora and also Babylon to try to get those extra gold points going. I do notice we do have a few cities from Scotland that are going to get into the coast, so he can start trading with his ally over here, Indonesia, through the coastal trade routes. So the international trade routes are going to give him definitely a lot more gold if he actually settles on the coast. We do have two more traders, 2 more of these settlers, I mean. Cole is going to be next merchant, and I do see Euclid is going to be the next scientist. I didn't notice if Hypatia got picked up. Was that Hypatia or was that something else? I do see a scientist, but I'm not sure if that's Hypatia, because I do see a library getting built over there, and I would imagine he's not going to make the mistake of making a library and activating Hypatia after the library got built. How did Babylon get denied the religion when free shrine? Projects. Everybody else got the projects. He didn't get the projects. He got confident that he would get that religion, so did Theodora, didn't get it. Mitla with Anshan available for them for the Science City States, Kumasi, Althaya, and Amadol for the culture. Vatican City with Nazca for the faith, those are going to be quite important. Singapore with Buenos Aires for the industry, and I didn't see the military ones that are available for them in the game. Now we're going to keep on watching. Do have also the religion of India being spread over here to Byzantium, because why not? You know, she might get some extra points. More units from Scythia starting to arrive in the Arabian cities, and I gotta say, at the moment, the other Arabia, People is not getting his units out. He did build his campus, and what is he getting in the middle? Is that another campus? That should be another campus in the middle. Is that from IDAB? That actually might be from IDAB. He's also starting to get his universities out, the madrasas, actually, the replacement universities, which are going to give him a lot of points, Trinda Derimer, you think he went for immediately that bonus? That's a good question. We're going to need to see if he has the Derimers. Why did he jump up in culture that much? He's on 71 culture. Yeah, I don't see the the Historia for some reason is moving, zigzagging around the screen over here. Okay, no military city states. No military city states. I do see also Babylon is trying to take out Buenos Aires. That Colosseum might actually finish next turn with 2 of those shops available for him to get going. Temenaki has finished, and I do see Borsipa does have some amazing yields going on that city center. With multiple commercials also starting to get around in Delhi, or I should say in Gandhi cities, their economy is starting to look a lot better. We do have Cupcake 38 gold, Trinda is only on 5, Jessica is going to be 16, and then Corny on 30. On the other side, we do have everyone 17, people on 5. But then Josie 06 does have 85 points a turn, and his ally over there, Floppy, is on 57, and this is before all of the international trade routes on the water being sent. Gonna need to wait for a bit of vision over Trinda series to see if he has Derimers. That's a lot of culture, I do have to agree. It might have been just choral music, to be honest. I think he might just have choral music. We do have forces also going for the city of Nazca from Indonesia, gonna take that as a city center for himself. While I do see a project coming up in generals from Scythia, that should be actually his general project, so he can get one of those generals or 2 of those generals. I do have to say on the other side, People is 61 science with 39 culture, and Scythia is pushing Trinda quite a bit. We might actually see him needing to get those encampments down and maybe try to get a timing going on the nights, maybe even faster if he can get to cuirassiers quickly. Yeah, Byzantium did deploy some units on the western side, and I did see the first hippodrome is starting to be placed there. We're going to need to see when he's going to finish it, and if he does want to get some free units. Right now with 28 science and 34 culture though, 45 points of faith, and I do have to say Trinda did jump up to 107 points of faith. Buenos Aires did get picked up by Babylon. That's his 6th city right now, and we're probably going to see another city being placed in between those. He does have a lake over there that might actually give him the opportunity to allow India to get it settled so they can trade through the lake. We got some units from Byzantium also getting closer to the Saladin cities here, although I don't think they're gonna pass through. And I do have to say, it does seem like Scythia at the moment did underestimate how many horses he should actually get against Halab, or maybe he did actually estimate properly how much effort Trinda actually needs to spend to push back his units. Scythia did get the project. He's 25 points from getting the goal, 25 points out of 30 for actually getting his first general. I do see he started placing now his kurgans for that extra faith per turn, but still on 19 faith per turn is definitely not enough faith to keep on buying units in the faith in his cities from his faith. Okay, 7 cities Byzantium could take Kumasi in between the mountains. Oh, that might be another thing. Somebody might have Kumasi, so he can get those points. I didn't see who's the Suz of Kumasi, but that would be a lot of points for culture. A lot of points for culture. Okay, so somebody did pick up Hypatia. Abu is one of the next ones. And I do see we got some projects here for encampment training projects. So we do definitely have Arabia here trying to get a general. And the other Arabia, Trinda, I didn't see him actually getting general points. Is he getting general? He's getting general points, no? Yeah, he's getting general points. All of them are getting some general points on the front line. We're going to need to see if he's going to manage to get one of these first generals. There are 4 at the beginning already. 3 of them got picked up. Goal difference, you think is GG? Wait, but the goal difference is starting to get closer. It's not that big of a difference right now. Okay, so we do have a general coming up on Scythia, general coming up on Arabia people. We're going to need to see if Trinda is going to manage to pick one up. And I do have to say, I really like actually the science and the culture on Trinda here with 48 and 74. Does seem like he's doing good. His economy is in shambles, but that's just how Arabia works. Okay, Hypatia did actually get picked up over here by people. That's going to be a lot of science and faith that he's going to get there. And it does seem like the units of Scythia are dying over here on the front line. He does have some units that he's going to take out from Medin. I do see the archer, for example, is going to be one of the victims of a horse for Scythia. While I do see also some archers are trying to get their shots going. The archer just fled. I mean, he can just take the horse now, no? With the sakas. He should be able to take the horse with the sakas. Anyway. Okay, so again repositioning towards Halab, where he did manage to get to pillage 2 of those bananas. Arabian units, well, I guess, Scythia actually managed to get 2 generals. They're both going on the front line. He did stop to build units though, and we're going to need to see what kind of units is he going to get otherwise. He does have Zermentation as his religion, not really a very important one. We do have also Scotland starting to get his aqueducts down, preparing him his cities actually for those industrial adjacency points. We still have quite a bit of time for IDAP to actually get his his campus out, and of course Hypatia is just waiting to plug in that library in there and giving the points to the other libraries. Looks like Kumasi is also getting slowed down or pillage, I should say, from Scythia to get a bit of gold. There is also Mogadishu right next to the cities here of Arabia. What do you think about going Jesuit on Arabia? Cosmadaze is 8, kind of Pepega. Well, I think some people did try it. I'm not really a big fan of it, to be honest. It's kind of tricky with Arabia, and we haven't seen that many actually build orders. We haven't seen it in the game that much. So wait, who has Kumasi? Erwan has Kumasi. Okay, so it's on the side of the Sharks. And isn't Erwan actually Indonesia or something? Or is it Scotland? One of the two. I'm not sure which one, but let's see. No, neither actually. Erwan is Scythia. Never mind. Erwan is Scythia. Do we have... Yeah, this is super blurry. I'm not sure what's going on. But let me see if I ask him to restart the stream. Give me a sec. Okay, there we go, asked him. We did also need to see the report from yesterday. Does anybody remember what they did? Sorry, just double checking my messages. Okay, anyway, mausoleum getting built in Mahapahit. We won't have that much time until the next era switch, and from what I do notice, we do need to actually put this into full screen. There we go. We do have 1048, so we're probably like 5 turns away from actually having the switch of the era, and we're going to need to see if the players are going to manage to get that era score. I do notice Corny did get 48 out of 52. He only needs 4 more points. We got Jessica needing 2 points. It looks like Tinda is going to need his full 11, another 11 points, while Cupcake did secure his next golden age. Well, I mean, I guess that, no? 7 cities on Cupcake, 5 on Trinda, 7 on Jessica, and then 7 on Corny. On the other side, we do have everyone on only 1 point away from getting his golden age on only 5 cities and putting quite a bit of pressure on Trinda. People is gonna have 5 points to go, 52 out of 57 with 5 cities strong and 29 points of population. Josie 06 still 6 points away, and I do see him building Mausoleum and Oracle. Definitely gonna get that going. Did place a few of those new campuses, and we're going to need to see the science looking in the next part of the game. Floppy, we didn't get to see, but he was close to getting his golden age also. I do see also Floppy did jump up to 137 points of production, and he's adding a few more of these industrial zones to his territory while he's getting his feudalism builders out to keep improving his territory. Chose to go for city parks, so he gets those extra amenity points in his cities. We do have 2, 4, 5 cities strong for Arabia. He finally did manage to get a general. It is sent to Damietta, and he's sending another settler towards that river over there on the eastern side. We do still have quite a bit of a fight over here from Scythia going against Trinda. 70 science Trinda with 93 culture. That is quite big. Oh, I think Dithan is restarting his stream. Yeah, he is. Give me a sec. Let's see it. Okay. I mean, it is a little bit better. Morsaka Horsach is getting hard built from Scythia. We will need to see if he's going to manage to get to use also his faith pretender. Byzantium horses are also moving to help out a little bit Arabia on the western side, so he doesn't need to pay attention to his south. Colosseum did get finished on Babylon's territory. One of the reasons he did manage to jump up in that culture and getting a decent amount of production. Definitely he really benefits from those extra amenity points. We do also have more settlers being built in Borsipa, two turning them. Well, I do see one from Malgum also. I'm not sure about the capital. He did manage to get all of those extra points of production on his tiles with fives in that city center of Borsipa, making that city amazing. I do also want to point out we do have a bit more production, or I should say a lot more production showing up on COC with 125 on Cupcake. Trinda is 112 plus the faith of 163. Jessica is 114 plus the faith of 80, while Corny is going to be 156 with only 21 faith and that he's not going to get to use. But we have on the other side Erwan on barely 75 points. Pipo is on 80 with the 122 faith per turn, while we do have Josio 6 on 114 points of production with only 43 faith extra. We do have Floppy on 161. Well, I know at least Floppy did manage to pick up the flag of being the most productive in the lobby with the most science and not the most culture though. 75 science with 61 culture at the moment for Floppy. Getting more of these workshops for the other points of production. He did get the aqueducts already built for the extra housing and of course the adjacency towards his industrial zones. We do have also Ifalan being picked up by Scotland for those extra points of trade routes. Burica did get picked up by Theodora for also a general. That means Arabia didn't get one? Like Arabia, Trinidad didn't get one? Did I see that correctly? Trinidad didn't get a general? Or am I dreaming? Maybe I'm dreaming. You never know these days. When Mamluks, yeah, that's a good question. Yeah. Also, I gotta say, Athena actually today had quite a bit of an adventure. She, my grandmother, at the beginning of the day let her out. Ce faci, mă? Păi, ce faci? Hai vină cu. Yeah, the little furry one actually had an adventure today. Yeah, she's a bit shy. It's fine. She's shy. Ce ai, mă? Ce ai pe cine? Băi. Ce ne facem aici? Unde ai fost azi? She went to sniff around, unfortunately, and got locked. Got locked in a place. And it took us quite a few hours to realize that, first of all, she's missing, and second of all, where is she? Good thing she actually started meowing. Yeah. We do have for Mystic coming up from Babylon as his second specializing building of choice in his capital city. He did get, I think, Ancestral Leaf or Audience. I'm not sure exactly the pixels. I think that's Audience, actually. That's Audience Chamber in Babylon. We do also see Magnus did get established in Malgum, while in Rapicum we do have Pingala. We did have quite a few of these commercials coming around, and his theater squares are also getting built. We do have India starting to take out Cahokia as a city center for herself, while we do have her trying to get as many of these era score points for those golden age eras. We do have Ahmedabad needing to get a boat also. Well, she is still buying out her builders with faith, and from what I do notice, we don't know if it's the next era or not at the moment. We don't know. We just don't know. Okay, 2021 text looks to be the high roller from Pipo, and then 19 text on Corny. So we do have one tech extra on Pipo. He does have 124 science with 60 culture. He did manage to finish that that campus in between all of his holy sites. So probably did get Hypatia activated and got that wave of science points. He's going to need a bit more culture. The Trinda, I'm pretty sure he does have his... oh no, he does have Derimers, actually. I think we can confirm that he does have Derimers. He did manage to build them in quite a few of his cities, getting those extra culture points from the specializing building of choice in his holy sites. And I would imagine he might actually have choral music also with that amount of extra culture on his empire, 100 culture and 100 science. You do have him also on 207 faith turn with 120 production. That's significantly bigger than people. Double in the faith per turn and quite a bit more production on the side of Trinda, 87 versus 123. At the moment, Anshan is not, the one in the Mitla is not getting sus. Anshan did get sus by Courtney from what I do notice. So COC does have one of those city states. And we're going to see if they do manage to sus the other one. Stonehenge also did get finished for India in the city of Madurai. That probably did allow her to finish the religion. She does have one apostle that is ready to activate to get that extra belief in. Băi, porumbel. Aoleu, cine faci? Porumbel. I gotta say, this is a little bit funny and a little bit sad at the same time. The cat, when she actually wants to purr, I think she has like a little bit of a problem with her nose or something, like you know, like how humans have, like a little bit skewed, so they don't get the air proper. Well, sometimes she just like starts doing weird sounds, only when she's purring and she's not actually getting pet. Only then. It's super weird. She's just lazy. She's lazy. That's what it is. Lazy to even breathe. Cupcake gonna have 68. Okay, he gonna get his golden age. Trinda gonna get his golden age. Jessica gonna get it. Corny will get it. On the other side, looks like everybody will manage to get the golden age also. Yes, they do. Erwan, Pipo, Josie, and Floppy did manage to get their points for the next golden age. We do have Mamluks starting to get into the production queues of people. And from what I do see, we do have Mamluks starting to get out from the cities of Trinda also. Now, this is going to be a requirement for Scythia to get a stronger unit out in. He does have the advantage of that extra general plus the extra +5 that he gets against wounded units from Scythia. We're going to have also a quick pause over here for them to actually get through the Congress while they're going to get that option for Diplo. We're going to need to see if they do manage to get some Diplo points from the Congress, and if they do manage to get some extra bonuses from something else over there. We don't know yet. Oh, you know what I did miss? I missed putting this and this. There we go. Okay, more of those markets coming out from India for the extra gold per ton. I gotta say right now the gold per ton doesn't seem that dramatic on the side. Christian Watch also, good evening, sir, and welcome. Just noticed the text on YouTube, I'm sorry. Well, I guess we're gonna need to give them 2 minutes. We're gonna have a pause soon. We do have well, we're not in the lobby, so the players, the other casters are gonna need to get through their options, and looks like Athena got fed up of you know, getting pet. So be right back. Get Steve. Yeah. What did she find? Oh my god. Oh no. She got my socks, guys. She has my socks. Yeah. Those are some dead socks, man. Yeah. What are you doing, Athena? Oh no. Yeah. Well, no, it is what it is. Volkan, also good evening, sir, and welcome. I cannot show the religious screen. We're not actually in the game. Oh, we're gonna have a break mid-turn. Okay, we're gonna have a break, I guess. Yeah, the socks will definitely not fit her, but she's destroying them, man. When promised intermediate tourney? Who promised the intermediate tourney? What? And for what? For FFAs, you mean? Or for because we do have right now a 4v4, actually two 4v4s started off in the CVFR squadrons that are with the teams that are not did not get into the CWC, and also CPL is doing the same thing, the 4.5 seasons, the 0.5 seasons actually, the in between ones. So they started up. That is basically the intermediate. The FFAs though, that's a good question. If we can have an intermediate, it's kind of hard to actually get to know them, like know exactly who the intermediate players are. I would really hope we're gonna yeah, no problem. Kind of sad I couldn't get the GOAT tournament, like keep on going with the GOAT tournament during the CWC, like during the wildcard and this one. Just needed to put quite a bit of effort into these. But anyway, be right back, 5 minutes. Let's get some more water. Okay, we got a plus. We got a plus. No, we ain't got a plus. I stopped playing FFAs when my Manova stack was taken away because the normal FFAs are just 2 or 3 daily players with 10,000 hours farming everybody else. I mean, to be honest, you still learn, right? You still learn from the games. You just need to get into contact with them, start asking questions, watch back the saves, try to actually open them up after the game with Civ replay, and try to take a look at why did they have that result, why did others actually have good results, and so on and so forth. Yeah, this is the East versus West here at the Sneak. Good evening, sir. Yeah, oh well. I guess Sina, just had her nap, her petting, and now she's just running around doing everything, destroying stuff. Bring the music in for the break. Yep. How to get Civ replay? You go to Discord. Let me actually show you. So you go here to the BBG server. There we go. This is the BBG server. I think I can give you a link, a direct link. So it's here, right? Chat Civ replay, changelog Civ replay. You're gonna see the download link. Yeah, I can give you a link. I'm pretty sure I can give you a link. Download Civ replay. Wait, SourceForge. Oh, this one. There we go. This is the last version of Civ replay. There we go. I put the link. Yeah, no problem. You also see all of the changelogs here on the BBG server. There's like a category only for Keride, which is doing the Civ GG. He's doing the Civ replay thing. Amazing work, by the way. Amazing work. If you can throw a coffee, like buy him a coffee, it would be like super helpful. He needs to be rewarded for his work. It's amazing, amazing work. I don't know how we didn't have this as a default in the game. Like, honestly, I don't know how. I don't know how the producers of the game, the developers of the game, right now did not make a replay option for their own game to allow the players to learn from their own gameplay. It's incredible to me that I see this. Like, you have all of the strategy games that have some sort of replay function. This one doesn't have it. It needed some community development to actually get it going. Wow. It's good that we have quite a talented community, I gotta say. This is something good to cherish. Okay, we got a plus and we got a plus. There we go. Unpause. So we're going into the next now. We do have Cupcake getting his 100 science and 46 culture. Is that Frink with a golden age on his side? We do have also Trinda on 85 and 103. Looks like Jessica 63.71. Courtney 73.86. While on the other side, Erwan is kind of lagging behind Trinda's points there with only 58 and 32. But he's getting his knights out, and we will need to see if he's going to manage to actually bonk his opponent there. We already see on the screen right here actually some knights from Scythia. Right next to, I think that's Kumasi. I think he's actually trying to take out Kumasi. We will need to see if he's going to be successful. Yeah, looks like Kumasi is dying. There's not much that City can actually do to stop that from happening. We do have also quite a few of these Saka Horsaches showing up to fight off the Mamluks of his opponent. I gotta say, these Mamluks are deadly to the Sakas, and they do have those extra heal points that are gonna be so good on them whenever they're gonna get damaged. We're also gonna have to see what's gonna happen. Okay, Namadol is getting contested by Jessica, and I don't know exactly who was the other one, but I would imagine actually Indonesia might actually fight for that city state. We do have also Watts being the specializing building of choice in the holy sites of India for those extra science points and the extra faith that she's gonna get. I do see her that she didn't actually settle coastal cities, but she does have three of them, at least three of them, that are gonna be in range of battleships here. Agra, Madurai, and Bombay are all 3 tiles away from the coast and could be hit by those battleships in the maximum range. Now we do also see on the other side, people did manage to get 135 science with 70 culture, with also floppy on 120 and 89. We're going to need to see if they do manage to actually flex that against their opponents, and we definitely need to see what kind of gold generation they're going to have to play with. Arabia on Trinidad did actually get the choral music with Daily Matters over there as his second bonus. Didn't even need to specialize that much. We also do have Trinidad managing to get what's that? The extra science for holy sites adjacency one? I totally forgot what's the name. But anyway, he is getting some more science points from actually activating that in one of his holy sites with the biggest adjacency. Mamluks are also coming around from people. He's going to try to get them on the eastern side so he can stop this cuirassier push. Only 3 cuirassiers actually coming up from Babylon. Not going to be that big of a push, but he was trying to get some pillages going, not to mention force people to get some defense. The city of Anshan is getting pillaged. Looks like Indonesia does want to take that city down. He's also scouting the north if there's anything coming, like a scout or an extra unit from that city center. Looks like Kumasi is going to get a heavy at the next turn, and there is a serious chance that he's actually going to put it on the maze tile between the mountains. Pyramids have also been built by Trinda. I do see he's getting his GMC next turn, while we do have GMC on the other side on people in 2 turns coming around in his capital city. He's also going to get the Diplo quarter for those extra points. I didn't see what happened in the Congress though. It's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. We do have a decent amount of strength from these Mamluks, even across the river against the Babylonian coursers. I mean, the Mamluks are 65 against the 62 of the strength of these units, and by the looks of it, we do have his city about to pop over there on the apostle or on the wheat tile. I guess you can call it the wheat tile. I gotta say that city of Deja does seem quite Dej, doesn't it? He only has the food coming out from his horse tile, and that's about it. His 3 population growing in 58 turns. Guys, the game is probably gonna finish by the time this city is gonna get to the 4th population. And it looks like the heavy chariot, unfortunately, instead of sitting in the city of Kumasi or going on the maze tile, actually did not have space to get out there. Constantinople is going to get intelligence agency instead of creating his GMC. He does have quite a bit of faith per turn to actually flex, no? Oh no, he's only on 50, so Cupcake didn't actually go for that many holy sites. Well, to be honest, I can't really blame him. He wasn't really getting enough for his investment in holy sites from each of his cities. It looks like also Scythia is starting to get quite a few more knights out, deploying them to try to hold on to Kumasi and at the same time keep pushing Trinda. While I do see Anshan did get converted by Corny, Erwan does have the city of Mitla, but with only 3 points, unfortunately. He's getting Gamani in there to add a few more points. We do have Kumasi being held by also Erwan, Ayutthaya being held by Cupcake, while Josie 06 does have Namadol. I think Josie is actually Indonesia, if I'm not mistaken. So he's getting all of those extra culture points. I do see also the Science City States do not have their unique bonus available for them in this era, probably because of the Congress, I would imagine. Oh, Hildegard the Bengen, that's the Holy Site adjacency. Savant, the Savant for Holy Site adjacency. Bisheng, the one of the next industrial engineers there. Okay, so Trinidad jumping up nicely in his science and culture. We do have him also with 233 faith a turn. His GMC has finished and he can invest more into that. I do see Kumasi is 1 turn away from being picked off, and we do have a general over there showing up on the front line from Byzantium. We do have also spies coming around from Babylon here. We do see missionaries are starting to actually get to cover the land between India and his neighbors there. He does need to actually get the religion of Arabia in his territory, in her territory actually, to get the benefits of choral music there. Not bad, not bad. Okay, Colporton, we cannot see eels right now. Oh. Wait, this stream actually stopped? How did it stop? Oh, we can actually see the stream now. Okay, can you see yields? Yeah, he's on yields. So we got 160 gold return for Cupcake. Then it's gonna be 115 for Josie. Trinda is barely making. Sorry, for Jessica. Trinda is only making 2 points. We got 89 on Cortis. So I would say gold per turn is quite fine right now on COC side. On the other side, Erwan and people are not making that much, 32 and 28 respectively. While Josie just jumped up to 259 points of gold per turn. We got also Floppy on 111. They are trading through the coast, so those trade outs are definitely much better than their opponents here. We do have quite a serious army coming out from Scythia and also Arabia to the north of Bandar Brunei, actually just flexing against each other's bonuses there. While we're going to need to actually switch the screen, no? What is the... What the... Man. This is... Click. There we go. Hello? Okay, there we go. Kilva Kisivani getting built in Harrington next to the coast. We do have Dundee also starting to get his libraries in, and I do also notice Angkor Wat is getting built in Stirling for those extra points of population in each of the cities of Scotland. While he definitely wants more science, he's starting to build every one of the campuses. He did manage to get the production high up. He's also going top 3. I do see he just discovered cartography. With no boats in the water, he's not actually going to pull off an attack against anybody. It's not like he actually has coastal cities to take out from his opponent there. There is a coastal city, a cultured coastal city, although I don't think that's actually a good enough target for him. Quite a few Mamluks with a general got deployed to keep those courses from his side. We do have Kumasi trying to get another catapult out, trying to get more units out basically. And I do have to say it's a bit surprising that Cupcake is not taking that city quickly. I think he did take another city state, and he's staying away from taking a second one because he does need to raise it to the ground. But although I'm not sure, I do remember one of them in the north actually got an extra city, but no, he didn't actually. And I think he just took over Kumasi, if I'm not mistaken. Just getting my chats in order. There we go. Oh yeah, he did take over Kumasi. Emily Duchatelet is going to be the next scientist. I'm pretty sure they're going to need to start making projects so they can have available points to recruit Newton and Ibn Khaldun. We do have quite a few of these campus projects coming around here from them. I would imagine it's from both sides. It looks like Arabia does really want that, and by the looks of it, we're also going to have quite a massive expansion of units in the military for people. He does... Well, I guess we're going to need to see. He does get a lot of heavy chariots. He's getting a lot of heavy chariots. Is this going to be a run for Cuirassiers? Because I'm pretty sure the knights are not going to be enough. So we might see Scythia keep on pushing with his knights against the Mamluks. While Trinta is going to get to defend and spend points on the north over there, we might actually see Cuirassiers getting upgraded on the side of Arabia, on the side of people, starting to get through his southern borders. So definitely the two coursers here are not going to be enough to stop this from happening. You can see he just got to lose 2 of them actually. He had 3, now he only has 1 with a single scout. We also have a Mamluk here from Arabia in the south, and I'm pretty sure he does have a decent amount of faith in the bank. He already on 393 to buy out another wave of units if he needs to. With another 246 of these heavy chariots that I actually saw in the cities of people, I would imagine he's going to get that attack going soon. The question is, with what unit? If these are going to be knights or these are going to be cuirassiers. The cuirassiers definitely the next technology. The industrial era unit is going to be much stronger. Okay, more of these aqueducts with the industrial zones coming up in between them. Beautiful setup between Borsipa and Shapudum coming up from Corny. We do have India also managing to get Mahabali Temple in the city of Delhi next turn. And the big question is, did she manage to roll the first points for Diplo? That's the big question I have. We do have, unfortunately, Erdogan lagging behind over there with the science and the culture on 74-34. Does seem like he's going to need to keep on pushing, or will need to get the safety settle out, because it doesn't seem like he's going to have what he needs in the next one. We do have already Scotland managing to get Ip Khaldun. He couldn't actually manage to get, unfortunately, his Colosseum going, but he did manage to get Temple of Artemis, and he probably does have a good amount of amenities in his territory, so he can benefit from those extra amenities points, also the extra bonuses from Khaldun. We do also have, didn't we have the next one? Newton also picked up. What was that, Josie? Was that Josie or Cupcake that picked it up? Does anybody remember? I didn't see the portrait. I did see the points over there. It took me a while to actually read through the French version. Well, I didn't see who picked it up. Did anybody see who picked it up? Josie picked it up. Thank you, Bex. Much appreciated, sir. Okay. In the production queues, I gotta say there's quite a bit more production on the side of COC. Still, they did have the bigger production numbers from the beginning of the game. 300 already on Corny. We do have Jessica on 212 plus the 153 Faith. We do see also Mamluks are starting to get bought over here in the lands of Trinda in the city of Jeddah. So he can actually stop the incursion of his opponent. He doesn't have a general for them, while we do have on the side of Arabia 2 generals available, or at least 1. I do see IW is starting to get his encampments down. Encampments down. And we're going to need to see if Arabia is going to manage to put one down and also try to get those bonus points. He does have one in the north where he's fighting Scythia. One general in the north. That's what I mean. Ayutthaya is the coastal city. Okay. Dimitri Mendeleev, one of the next scientists. Pretty good, huh? Pretty good. I do see Motev did get picked up earlier by Scotland, and Scotland did manage to get to 2, 4, 6, 8 cities right now. While also Babylon is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Wait, is that 11 cities on Babylon, or is it 10 cities on? I think it's 11, no? It's quite a few cities. Yeah, it's 11 actually. I wasn't sure if Karkar was there in the south or it was just a glitch on the map. The map is so tiny. Also, Trinda has to carry this hard because Gandhi dead long time on the coast, and Babylon weak scaling so far. Babylon, I wouldn't really say it's weak scaling with the amount of production he has, because that's what he actually forced at the beginning. Yes, he got slowed down by the holy site opener and couldn't get the religion to actually flex his faith into monumentality and so on and so forth and get the bonuses for Gandhi. Although it does seem like he actually managed to get back on track quite quickly with the biggest production numbers in the game. He does have a decent amount of science and also culture, so I wouldn't really say that he's not scaling well. With 11 cities, he's definitely gonna get a lot of fields in the next part of the game. We're going to need to see if Josie is going to do what you're saying, if he's going to go for an attack here. We do have them putting a lot of bonus gold over here on the side of people, so he can get his attack going against Jeddah. Well, Jeddah over here is going to be hit by the looks of it by the Mamluks going against the units of his opponent, and it does seem like he just took down one of those Mamluks of his opponent. One of the generals also, the general of Trinda just got teleported in the city of Jeddah. Maybe he's gonna stop this attack. We do have bombards also showing up from Tripoli, which are gonna be extremely helpful to take out the wall defense of Jeddah. You don't really want to hit those with your own knights. We're gonna need to see how far also Erwan is gonna get to push into Trinda. If they do manage to actually squeeze Trinda out of the game over here, it's gonna be quite a challenge to get back on track. Did he manage to get 2 generals? Because I didn't see if he has another one in the north. He might have. I have no idea. There are so many units over there covering each other. Actually, there's one unit. I think that's a builder, though. I don't think that's a general. Yeah, I think the only general of Trinda actually got teleported to the south. Yeah, Trinda is getting pushed by 2 nations here. Not sure if it's looking good for him. And look at the production screen. Actually, look at Corny. He's 100 production, 125 science, with now a good amount of gold per turn, and also those 300 plus points of production, looking pretty good. I do have to say, Scythia did manage to get a decent amount of Saka horse archers with the level 2s. Those are deadly, even against the Mamluks over here of Trinda. Floppy did get back Anshan from Corny. Looks like everyone did get also from Cupcake Mitla, so they do have both of these science city states on their side, on the side of the Sharks. I didn't actually see the change in yields though on the science, and by the looks of it, wait, is Mogadishu getting attacked by? No, okay, I see. So Scythia just keeps on going to eat at these units of his opponent slowly but surely, and we do have also in the south Arabia fighting Arabia. Yeah, none of them do have defensive or offensive bonuses here. I didn't see Crusade being picked up by either one of the teams, to be honest. And there we go. Look at that faith buy. Look how he's buying every turn one of these Mamluks. I gotta say, with the crossbows coming in and the advantage of an extra... actually, he doesn't have an advantage. He doesn't have an advantage from the general. It's just unit composition. Having basically ranged units also with his forward units. Is that gonna be another Mamluk being taken out from the south of Jeddah? Okay, bringing in more. We got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 on the front line. 8 Mamluks with at least 2 of those crossbows and 1 bombard coming in. Okay, Abu on the side. Ooh, this is gonna be pretty good. Abu on the side of Arabia. This is which Arabia? This is actually people. Abu is on the side of people. He's getting so much extra heals on his units, and you do see he has it on the front line. Like these Mamluks heal every end of the turn. This is one of the biggest powers. Even if they attack, they do still heal. This is amazing on the Mamluks. And if I'm not mistaken, Abu activates like it supercharges the heal regardless of when the heal happens, right? It doesn't need to be a heal after a turn of Fortify. Okay, it's not like we have a lot of units coming out from Byzantium, but I do see he's starting to get some trebuchets out, and his production capability is a little bit higher. 210 points of production on the side of Cupcake with only 63 faith. He didn't go for his GMC, he went for intelligence agency for the extra spy, and I do notice he has quite a few units in Kumasi with a general fighting off the Scythian armies. So we don't have that many Scythian units actually deployed in the north, and I do see Scythia is actually trying to punch through the defenses of Haleb actually, from Arabia, from Trinda. Oh, Arabia is in big trouble actually. Trinda is in big trouble right now. Getting spied on by Scythia. I didn't see if there's a counter spy in Scythia's territory. He did manage to get the walls in Haleb. Although, to be honest, I'm pretty sure the Saka horse archers are probably going to make quick work of that anyway. Level 2 Saka horse archers everywhere. They do have a penalty attacking into walls, but they're still pretty strong. It's basically death by 1,000 needles. Or cuts. Death by 1,000 cuts. CC incoming? I don't think they're gonna CC this quickly. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. City of Jeddah is being placed under siege. We do have the +4 also coming up from Wars of Religion between them, so they can actually get those extra +4 points. One of them did get reformed. I'm not sure if the other one did get reformed, the coinage, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be very important who did get it. People does have about the same size as Trinda, 180 versus 173, a bit lower in the culture because of Trinda's available Derimers and also his choral music. And by the looks of it, yeah, they do both have. Wait, I didn't see Wars of Religion card on both. I didn't see it. I only saw it on people. Where's that guy coming back? I didn't see what engineer that is. Although, by the looks of it, of what the story is showing us, I think he's actually talking about the mountain engineer, the one that gets like 250 science points, or what is it, 125 science points from each of the adjacent mountains that he has around him when he activates. Babylon is also starting to get his wave of universities up for those extra science points, getting also from his city of Borsipa, one of those campuses, one turning it. We do have Floppy managing to jump up to 230 science, getting the most science in the game, with also 124 culture. Pretty good result right now. Marco Polo has also been picked up by Jessica, and we're going to need to see if she starts getting those extra economic points. Did I just see the city of Haleb doesn't actually have defensive units anymore? So he has 2 Mamluks, 1 Corsair, 1 crossbow. The crossbow in the city center, not actually boosting that city center strength. We do have another Corsair coming up in 2 turns, although I gotta say probably every turn over here, City is taking some units down with him. And in the city of Jeddah, you can see the bombard is about to actually cross that river and get onto the hill, so he can start attacking into that. He did manage to get to surround the city of Jeddah with all of his Mamluks. He's probably going to want to wait for the bombard to actually start hitting, and that city looks like it's going to be converted to being an Arabia from the other Arabia. Okay, is he starting to hit something here? No, just taking some easy pickings. Oh, he's actually starting to attack into the city center. I do have to say, you see that weak Mamluk in the city center, like the low HP one? That's actually not going to add any defensive value to the city of Jeddah. That is quite unfortunate. Whenever you're going to have low HP units like this, it's just not worth actually putting them in the city center if you need to defend in the city center. Click, click, clack. What do you think, guys? We get tomorrow a full day of CWC. We can get a game from 1200 GMT, and there's another game at 1800 GMT. What do you think? We go for 2 games tomorrow? Full day of Saturday. CWC Civ6 action. I do see CTI is bringing a few more knights to the table, and I don't see any kind of amazing army coming out from Babylon. He didn't manage to get 2 of those extra knights in his build queues, and I do see he did manage to get to 126 science with 156 culture. 400 points of production over there does seem overwhelming when you compare him to the production of his opponents. Okay, City of Jeddah is definitely going to be taken out. There's no way he's going to keep that. And you do see the spies in Mecca over here from Arabia, from people, although he didn't activate it. We do have to see when he's going to start eating through the one-tile choke units that are right now separating the 2 Arabias. We do have some lakes over there to the southwest of Mecca. He could keep on going to the right side as CTA is also going to try to take Haleb. The biggest problem in Haleb is of those wall defenses, and we don't have City actually getting some of those there. We do have Cuirassier technology coming up. Whoa, on people. He did go for ballistics as quickly as possible, and now the big question is Trinda following ballistics or not? Is Trinda getting ballistics or not? We need to take a look at the tech side. If he does manage to take ballistics, at least the northern war against Scythia is going to be finished. I'm pretty sure Cuirassier technology here and some bombards, like 1 or 2 bombards, are going to stop Scythia from moving in too quickly. Mitla Anshan, still both of them being kept by the Sharks here. Saps, bună seara, domnule, și bine ai venit. Feels good, man. Yeah, chill stream watching it on a warm Sunday. Yeah, basically. I'm not sure. That's the biggest question I have, because I do have something to do during the day, and I'm not sure how quickly I can actually do it. That's my biggest question mark. If I can get that, if I can get the stream started up, I'm gonna do it. Okay, City really needs to get one of those siege units to start attacking into the city center itself. And I'm pretty sure he didn't pick up GMC. Anyway, we do have some boats from Indonesia getting next to Ayutthaya to start hitting these units out. He probably will want to scout out the coast to see if there are any cities here that he could actually take. He doesn't have any. We do have a few more Mamluks, a lot more Mamluks actually coming around from Arabia, from Trinidad to try to pick up his defense over here, already losing quite a bit of gold pattern. But with cuirassiers opening up, you're going to see the demise very quickly of these units, of these Mamluks. Whoa, yeah, look at that, man. They're getting to trade quite a few units here next to the city of Baghdad. He did actually keep the city of Jeddah so he can keep upgrading that. I do see also Byzantium did get to his scav technology, making those units one tech ahead of Scythia's knights. We do have Scythia still trying to eat as much as possible into the army of Trinidad, forcing him to put more of those defensive points there, or I should say production points, into his units. Dmitry Mendeleev doesn't look like it's going to be picked up soon. We do have also Indonesia starting to get a few more cities out, getting his production capabilities higher, and did manage to get that mausoleum in his capital for those extra points of science, culture, and faith on his water tiles. We do have Bisheng as the next industrial engineer. Everybody's passing this one, and I don't know when Byzantium is going to get it, but not soon. That's I think the biggest thing there. Scythia did put a few more units to stop Byzantium from the north. I do have to say he only has 72 science with 30 culture, while Byzantium did jump up to 157, more than double everyone's points over there in the science screen. That is unfortunate because Byzantium did give the opportunity to Byzantium to get his higher strength unit, and we're going to need to see how quickly everyone can get there. We do have only a few units available for Arabia to actually defend against Scythia, and still no attack has been done against the city's defense of Haleb, which will be a problem. Victor is in there. We do have cavs coming around from Byzantium from the north, and these cavs are going to hurt the Scythian units quite a bit. While I do also notice Scythia is going for the pillages here, extracting as much gold and value as possible from the cities of Arabia. There isn't that much that Arabia can do in the south against the other Arabia. And the biggest question is what's happening with... Oh, they actually picked that one, Bisheng. They picked Bisheng, and they got all of the other ones. So, okay, Babylon did manage to get Isodor, Filippo Brunelleschi by Scotland. Jack, the wall engineer, is going to be on Scotland also, and Leonardo da Vinci on Babylon. Not bad, Leonardo da Vinci on Babylon. Getting those extra culture points from each of his workshops. Not bad at all. These, man, yeah, I mean, I do what I can. We do have, there we go, cuirassiers upgraded here from the Mamluks of Arabia, and from what I do see, they're trying to plug the chokes next to the city of Mecca, while the city in the south, I'm not sure what it's called, it's already getting the units of Arabia next to it, of his opponent people. Forbidden City is trying to be built in Shapudum, 15 turns, of course, with the help of Isodor is definitely going to be faster. I do see Forbidden City is going to be finished in Dumfries, though. He's 5 turns off, and that's with Filippo on top of it. Wait, what? Bro, that's the wrong engineer, bro. That is the wrong engineer. That is Jack, the wall, James of St. George, actually, getting his walls going. Okay, another one of these city-states got taken out, Ayutthaya, and there's quite a bit of lost culture on the side of COC right now because of that. And I'm pretty sure they are aware that it's a fleet from Indonesia just moving around everywhere. Okay, Arabia might actually get Gustavus Adolphus, Rajendra Kola on the side of the admirals, I mean. And we do have encampment training projects coming up from Byzantium for probably one of these industrial generals also. We didn't have Arabia upgrading all of his units, but he did manage to get something that right now the other Arabia, Trinda, does not have. Field cannons, a lot of them actually upgraded in the south. There's a total number of 0 field cannons on the defense of Trinda, which usually are kind of a must-have when you want to defend yourself. Industrialization also showing up on Scotland. We do have him getting his factories out, and from what I do notice, he's gonna need to switch around that industrial engineer to actually finish the Forbidden City. I would like to say it's a race, but it's not. I don't know if it's a race, actually. Oh, Baghdad did actually buy one of those field cannons. Nice! He's getting one field cannon. Okay, Scotland starting to get closer to Corny's bonuses when it comes to the production, but I gotta say, Floppy does have a lot more science. 279 versus Corny's 158. How the... Wait, how did Metin get... What the... Did he trade the city away? Did he just trade the city away? Oh my god, Trinda traded the city away. Bro. Bro. Trinda traded the city away. To Babylon. I mean, he can take that back, no? He should be able to trade it back this turn. Anyway, I guess it's fine. Hopefully we're not gonna have that much of an issue with the lobby here. Yeah. It happens, man. The timer is very quick. What can I say? Jouer un parti multijoueur. Okay. Yeah, units move through. There weren't that many units there, but yeah, it's much better to get it from the beginning of the turn. What's going on on Discord? Is our off-topic channel going strong? It is. Battle Cruiser, good evening, sir. Oh man, I didn't get to play Satisfactory in the last few days. Also, Warface, have a good evening, sir. And how to say, have a good night's sleep. Yep. Wave, bye bye, see you tomorrow. Okay, just having them joining in and fixing their zero MS. We should have the loading screen soon. Give me a second. Let me refill my cup with water. There's no official timeout. No, it's basically the pauses. Like usually in CPL we do have a rule every 2 hours, which is kind of rolled in into the CWC also. Every 2 hours you have the ability to pause, and nobody can actually stop it. Every 2 hours, basically. So 10-minute pause every 2 hours. We thought that is quite a healthy procedure, especially for a game that usually takes like 6, 7, 8 hours sometimes. We still don't have the Spy of Arabia actually activating, no? Yeah, we didn't. And let's see how he's gonna try to get his units against the other cities. Looks like Baghdad is gonna be close to getting it. He's gonna be close to getting it. He did upgrade some calves also in the south. And his field cannons are gonna get to, well, start to take down those Guresiers there. Quite a few more field cannons, and another bombard is coming up from Tripoli. The first one is on the front line, where we do also have Abu over there to give more heals, stronger heals to the units around him. CTS still only has knights, but he's starting to get into the main tiles of Trinda, and by the looks of it, he's going to get to pillage quite a bit. We're going to need to see if they do manage to get their next golden ages, even though I kind of doubt it. We might see Josie making it, we might see Floppy making it, Jessica making it, and Corny. I don't think we're going to see the others making it. And we do have Jessica actually double loading, unfortunately. Oh well. That is a bit unfortunate. Okay, what do we have in the news? Well, Civ6, 11,491. Okay. Let's see if they do manage to get to like what, 15,000 they had last weekend, 15,800. Let's see if it keeps going. Oh wow, I cannot believe it. He still needs to actually switch around that, but I'm pretty sure this Forbidden City is not going to be 110 in Shapodum, so he should be fine. He should have time basically to activate and switch around those engineers. More of these encampments coming in also for Scotland, at least one that I can see being built in Harrington. We're going to need to see if he's just going to get it for the military engineers, or he's actually going to want to get the military out. You do see CTS still doesn't have a lot of points, but he does have a 1,000 military. Definitely about the same number of Cupcake. It does look like he's going to need to be on the defensive with calves coming around from Cupcake, from Seleucia, and also the city that he got, Kumasi, in between the mountains over there. He does have a general for these units, and it does seem like Scythia does not have a general deployed to the northeast of Makop to defend himself. There is also a spy from Byzantium deployed in Makop to spy on Scythia, which at the moment we don't know if it is counter-spied on the other side. But like in real sports game, you can take time a couple of times in a game, whenever to think about the meaning of life. Actually, we did think that we might, or we should implement that. The players were actually against this at some point, because they were considering that they do have enough time between the turns to think and decide, and they didn't need more time to actually analyze, get the strategy going at the same time. It's quite a long game, and the players do want to focus on the game more than they want to focus on pausing, basically. I think that's the word. Okay, India gonna get a big wave of universities going, not to mention some banks for the extra goal pattern. I did notice the goal pattern is good on both teams. They shouldn't have to worry about upgrading units or upkeeping them for that matter. We do have a few more of these missionaries also arriving in India's territory, so he can spread his religion around. While from what I do see, Babylon is getting split in two religions. It's gonna have the religion of India and the religion of Arabia in his territory. Yeah, there we go. There is a spy from CTA in the cities of Babylon. He does. Okay, there we go. He just activated it. Okay. We're going to need to see if Jessica is actually going to go and try to get those diplo points. Back deck this is getting wrapped around. We do have one of the cuirassiers of Trinda that did get out of line and did need to get back. I gotta say that cuirassier is actually in big trouble right now because he doesn't have any more moves, and if there were enough field cannons there, that would have been a dead cuirassier. I would imagine the bombard would actually need to start hitting the city center, and that's one of the reasons he's also getting general next to it. I do hope it's a good general for it though. I don't know who is that general, because I do see he did actually teleport another one in Jeddah, or maybe he lost one from the front line and that got teleported back in Jeddah. I don't know. Byzance, yeah, Byzance is not getting anything here. Like the taxi state it's just not gonna work. No, it cannot work. It cannot work. Like he doesn't have a religion and he doesn't have anybody to convert. He doesn't have, look at that. This is, I think, one of the first times that I've seen, like probably in total like 3 times, that I've seen Byzantium not actually managing to get a religion in a competitive game. Sure, I've seen it in like FFAs, I've seen it in like normal teamers or stuff like that. I haven't seen it in a competitive game. These field cannons from Arabia are definitely going to push back Scythia, and by the looks of it, he's going to need to go back to try to get either his cuirassiers or his scavs. Right now, he's going for siege tactics, so that would mean he's trying to get on the bottom 3 for his scavs. We do have more courses coming out from the series of Air 1 there, and it's not like he's going to be fast on it. Siege tactics is coming up in 7 turns, probably going to be need to get boosted there by somebody else. How did he not get boosted by people though? I think he just finished his siege tactics. There's no way he actually has siege tactics without the boost right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no way, because people already is getting rifling, which means he did already get siege tactics. Wow. I just got a spike on the audio. Kick. Yeah, Byzantium putting a mid shield in between him and the cities of Arabia, in between Scythia and the cities of Arabia, so he can slow down the attack over there, try to get some pressure off of Trinda so he can focus on the south and take out these other Arabian units from people. These are extremely dangerous right now. He didn't have a healthy amount of faith pattern, and I'm pretty sure he can keep on using his faith pattern to buy out units. He does need a few more field cannons if he wants to be successful over there in the south, and he did get to invest a lot into the cuirassiers. Unfortunately, they are starting to be quite expensive even for his faith attempt. Trinda still has 624 faith in the bank. I'm pretty sure he can buy at least one unit out if you would have had the reform the coinage. Wow. Theocracy as a government, he would manage to actually get them with what, 280 points, I believe, cuirassiers and the field cannons. So he could buy 2. Oh, Shapodum is also it's also available to attack from the coast, and Karkar. There are 5 cities that Indonesia can take out from the coast. 5 cities.
Trisbot0512 has joined the round table.
Trisbot, good evening, sir, and I do hope you're not a bot. Hello, and thank you so much for the follow. We do have factories, Dundee, Sterling, Dumfries, and Cullen. We do have, by the looks of it, Floppy trying to get as much of this production up as possible. He does manage to get to 370 science and 155 culture, and he's not even making projects. That's amazing on the side of Floppy. We will need to see if anybody from the other team is going to manage to get to that number. We would have expected, actually, Jessica to get a little bit higher, not to mention Corny, but it does seem like Corny did push his culture a little bit more. We do see a decent amount of faith also on the side of Jessica with 1,059 points. We're going to need to see what she's going to use them on. I don't know if she actually did go for GMC. To be honest, I didn't see the second specializing building of choice in her government plaza. With an encampment coming up from Harrington, we're going to need to see if more of them are going to get placed. He's going to need the extra population in his cities if he actually wants to get those slots for the encampments. And we actually didn't have a desync. Very nice, very nice. Jessica does have Banda, Mogadishu, and Cupcake. So on the side of COC, we do have 2 of those gold city states on Sus by them. Okay, Colosseum also Colossus getting built in Jakarta for those extra trade route capacity ones. We do have also a few of those How do you call them? How do you call them? How do you call them? Oh my god. How do you call them? How do you call these boats? Oh my god. The special improvement from Indonesia. We did talk about it a little bit earlier. And I do see he does have 2 production points on it, and I was curious where is he getting his second production point. He did manage to get God of the Sea, but I don't think that actually applies here. Would be nice to know if it applies. That would be better. What is the Kampung? Oh my god, it took me quite a bit of time. Kampung is the unique improvement of Jakarta. Oh man, look how beautiful this game is. You take a look, you immediately see what's going on in the cities. Like, you know, a farm is a farm, you know, a mine is a mine, you know, a quarry is a quarry, you know, a district is a campus, you know, a district is an encampment, you know, a district is an industrial zone, and so on. Like, compare this to Civ 7, and it's just like full chaos in Civ 7. You don't know anything. Just a lot of clutter, that's what you know. A lot of clutter. Okay, 3 times Machu Picchu coming out from Agra. We do have Delhi getting his industrial zone over there for the extra production points. I do see 1, 2, 3 at least, if not 4 actually adjacency points over there. Finally, Babylon is starting to get some units out and moving them on the western side, because that army of Arabia is not stopping. Arabia is kind of killing Arabia. We do have the science number still showing up 14th up quite good, 182 versus people's 183, still 120 culture versus people's 85, and by the looks of it, they do manage to keep enough gold in the bank. We do have the camps of Byzantium with his general Burica. That's not going to work. What's the other general? Burica is definitely not going to work on camps. He has another one out of Kumasi, but unfortunately the story I didn't take a look which one of those generals it is. Baghdad is also getting a field cannon corps, where he's getting wrapped around by his opponents. I do see also some cuirassier corps are appearing over there on the defense of Trinda. We're going to need to see if the bombard is going to manage to chew quickly through his opponent defenses. I do think also Chichen Itza did get finished over here, because I do see a lot of culture coming out from the rainforest tiles of Babylon, which is one of the reasons he did manage to get to that 212 culture and 194 science. Quite a few more production points coming up from Floppy, even though he was the first one. I'm pretty sure he's going to keep his lead when it comes to the production in the next part. Indonesia is also starting to get pre-builds out. He's worried that his neighbor over here, Scythia, is not going to manage to keep away his opponents, and Cupcake is going to get his ballistics next turn, allowing him to upgrade them into cuirassiers. We're going to need to see how quickly or how slowly he's going to want to get onto the front line so he can help out his buddy over here, Scythia. Corny is also 2 turns away from ballistics. Wait a second. Whoa, I was talking Cupcake. I was watching another Civ. Josio 6 is barely on stirrups. Barely on stirrups. He's gonna need to get stirrups. He's gonna need to get muskeman technology, rifle, not rifling, whatever it is. Then we're going gunpowder it is. Then metal casting, and then he's gonna need ballistics. He's 3 takes away from getting his ballistics. Zenhi also another trade out capacity admiral on the side of Indonesia. I don't think he has any kind of competition when it comes to the admirals, to be honest. I didn't see from the other side anybody making harbors. Okay, military academy is coming up in the encampments of Arabia, of people. And from what I do see, Arabia, city of Baghdad. Whoa, he did just take out the bombard. He took out the bombard. Okay. Well, at the sacrifice of 2 of these cuirassiers. It might be also a cuirassier corps. Ooh, another one of those. No, that got traded away. That was a cav actually that I think died. A cav from people. Amina. This is Amina. Okay, this is a good general for these industrial units. It's Amina. I'm actually quite surprised we don't see Burica converted into a military engineer to give him the road pathways and start building bridges across those rivers. It makes things move much faster when you do get the bridges. Looks like also Jeddah did rebel against people. We do have Statue of Liberty getting built in Mashapahit, and soon we're gonna have another pause for 2 minutes because we're gonna roll into the new age. We're gonna get to see who's gonna manage to get his golden age. Maybe we will have somebody with Reform the Coinage and starting to supercharge their gold per turn. I do see Jessica did manage to jump up to 257 points, just as Josie 06 is 256, with a bit more size, not that much. And from what I do notice, Floppy also has 219, while Corny only the moment 164. Cupcake is on 60, and then we do have Trinda on -9. Well, the same can be said about the others. We do have barely 30-ish points of gold on everyone, and people. It's not that big of an economy, but at least they do manage to stay on the positive side. I think actually the attack of Arabia on Arabia is kind of over there. Since we did have Byzantium starting to get into the play into the north, Scythia couldn't push through and take away the production points into units from Trinda that he was putting to actually defend his city in the north. And now that he can actually flex all of his military to the south with Byzantium holding his northern defenses, that should be fine. He should actually have more than enough faith per turn, more than enough production to actually get those units and start trading them away with his opponent until there are no more units from his opponent in his territory. And maybe he's gonna get his city of Jeddah back. We don't know yet. Maybe. Floppy has the two blue CS. I know he had one. You think he managed to get both of them? Okay. I mean, he had one Suz. I'm pretty sure he has envoys in the other ones also. Oh wow. So Jeddah is just getting reconverted at some point. But Brunei is also getting attacked by Arabia here, by people. He's gonna try to take another city, and by the looks of it, the walls are taken down really quickly with a bombard. The city of Makeup of Scythia is also getting attacked. He did manage to get to his CAF technology, and by the looks of it, he did upgrade at least one in that city center. So I would imagine Byzantium is gonna have a problem here. And it looks like we do have a confirmation. Anshan and Mitla are both Suz by Floppy. This is amazing. 13 points in one and 38 in the other. Okay, well, at the moment, I do have to say, Erdogan, yes, he does have a lot of strength with his military, and he did manage to push not only Arabia, but a little bit also Byzantium, forcing him to actually get, forcing both of them to actually get a good defense down. But I do have to say, he's now running way behind his opponents and his allies when it comes to the science and the culture. Yes, a 1,000 military, but that military might actually expire as time goes on, and he's not going to get to upgrade to his higher strength units. We're going to need to see if there's going to be a timing over there from either Cupcake or Trinda to get to upgrade higher strength units against Erdogan and maybe start to eat into his cities. I do see Forbidden City did actually get finished by Scotland here. He did jump up to 442 science in the meantime with 165 culture, while Babylon is starting to actually get quite a few knights out. I would imagine he's going to want to get his cuirassiers also and try to push back Arabia into his territory here. Or I should say try to push back people into his territory. There we go. He did also get nationalism to cut up a few of his units. More field cannons getting bought in the cities of Arabia and hard building some of his cuirassiers. I do see also hard building a few more of those field cannons also. Military engineers coming out from Babylon to start building up those railroads to get to increase their gold per 10. Now we did jump into the new era, but we still don't know who did manage to get what in this era. We don't know the era score from anybody. This story is more interested right now to actually see the conversion of the cities of India. I do have to say we didn't really have that many religions actually appearing in India's territory, so she's not benefiting from the extra religions, or I should say extra religion of his allies here. Only Trinda does have a religion on their side. Ooh, Jeddah also had pyramids. He lost pyramids. That's one builder charge. One builder charge from each of his builders. Bad. That sounds so bad. Okay, stock exchange is getting 110 in sterling. That is a serious amount of production there, and I do see actually most of his EDC starting to 110 stuff. Hey, Pule, good evening, sir. Are the big black borders on purpose? Big black borders. Oh, on the side of the screen? No, this is just how the full screen mode on restreaming is on Discord. It just I don't know if wait, and I think it's also the resolution or no, the resolution should be fine. I see. So full screen it does this. If I do this, it's actually better, but it shows the bottom with the white the taskbar, and I don't like that. Anyway, be right back. 2 minutes while they are going through the Congress. Ooh, okay. Next one. It should not do that. Yeah, I don't know what does that, to be honest. I have no idea. Maybe because I popped out the window. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't seem to be different if I do it. Like let's. Oh, wait. Where's the other stream? Oh wait. Gandhi -4. Okay, that's gonna eat a little bit into their goal per 10. And Gandhi did get to what is that? Received 2 points, right? Received 2 points. So Gandhi did manage to get the extra diplo. Oh no, no. Sorry. They lost the extra diplo. Yeah, everybody put B. I'm sorry, he lost the extra diplo. Yeah, I guess I still need to learn a bit more French. I'm sorry, Apple. Give me a second. What is the thing? Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's see here. Yeah, it does the same thing actually with the borders. Oh no, it popped. Okay, it popped full screen. But unfortunately, the stream from I would say from Ethan is actually blurring out. I'm not sure why. Bitrate problems or something. Doesn't seem like he can actually restream. Back that did manage to get to push back people from his side. As you see, Arabia with Byzantium and the other Arabia. Arabia with Scythia and Byzantium did try to take out that city to the north of Tripoli, and that city got razed to the ground. I'm not sure who did it, but they did it. They didn't actually want to get an extra city center. We do have, I do have to say, a decently strong army over here from both Arabia, from Trinda, and also from Corny to push back his opponent, to push back People. People still has the science on his side, and we're going to need to see if Corny is going to get that production flexing. 538 of production is not something you want to ignore, with People only benefiting from 212 and only 157 points of faith per turn. Yes, he does have GMC, but if he doesn't have enough faith per turn, it won't matter that much. And it doesn't seem like the Arabian units are actually trading right now. We do have Trinda managing to stomp quite a few of those units down, while Byzantium units are starting to be fewer and further apart. We do need to see another army being built up by People to get this defense up and maybe go on the counter-offensive next time. Okay, Cuirassier Corps also upgraded from Babylon to take back Jeddah. That might be well, should be their target. Indonesia still trying to figure out if he can actually do some damage to India, and from what I do notice, he started to actually get some pillages off with his privateers on the coast, trying to get a bit of extra gold. He did manage to get into the southern water body, and by the looks of it, checking out also the borders of Babylon there. While I do see more field cannons are getting out from the cities of Babylon, from the cities of People actually. We're going to need to see if these are going to be enough in numbers when he's going to get attacked by his opponent. He does have a general for these units, and I'm pretty sure he's going to try to get a few more in the next turns, but I gotta say his production, not that good. 8 turning a Cuirassier, it's not good at this moment of the game. Really not good at this moment of the game. 8 turns in this game is an eternity. Babylon getting his military academies in his encampments, and we're going to need to see if he's going to start popping out some stronger units over there. He does have 191 science going into this, and I do have to say in the yield stamp, I did notice Jessica is managing to get 200 plus gold a turn, but then the others are not making that much. Cupcake and Trinda were not making that much. I didn't see Corny though, but I think he's around 100 gold a turn. Also Oxford University getting built in the city of Stirling. We did have Dimitri Mendeleev being picked up by Scotland also for the 50% production towards his labs. While I do see, what is that, Natural Wonder, Charles Darwin, Natural Wonder, yeah, Natural Wonder scientist here, getting the points from Pio Tahi. A bit of a wave of extra science coming in for People. He's gonna get his industrialization next turn, with also civil engineering coming up in 3. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna want to try to get his Statue of Liberty. We did see that actually getting built in the cities of Indonesia. In Jeddah, liberated. 100 Diplo favor. Why not? Easy peasy gathering of Diplo favor. Okay, more of these coal power plants coming up for Scotland. He did have the biggest production with the biggest nose on his side. We do have also him going for refining. He's not going to be that far off from getting his own tanks on the board if he wants to. He did manage to build at least 3 encampments that I can see, and looks like he's getting ready for some form of military production. We do have a few more industrial zones also coming up from Indonesia. I do see in the north Scotland did manage to levy the city of Mita. That might have been actually for a few era score points, so he can get golden. Indonesia also starting to settle a city next to the Pantanal in the north of Scotland. Here looks like he's gonna want to actually help out Scythia on the land against Byzantium. Not gonna allow his ally to die to Byzantium or to Arabia. India did jump up to 275 science. We do have Korean on 223. I do see on the other side we're gonna have Floppy 500 with Josie on 228 and People 209. It does seem like Erwan is the only one lagging behind in the science and in the production screen, while everybody else in the game did manage to get over 200 points of production. Some of them did get to 729. Look at Floppy go. We do have also Corny with 629, but he's definitely way lower in science. So I would imagine Floppy is gonna keep his advantage when it comes to the text discovered, while Corny is gonna be on the catch-up for the remaining of the game here. We don't see Statue of Liberty possibility to be built here by India. She didn't manage to get the city on the coast to actually start building that. And to be honest, I didn't see the Diplo overall points. Although, if they did manage to take 2 points away, I don't think she's going to have the chance of going for the Diplo, even if she would have managed to get the Statue of Liberty and so on. I'm actually very surprised they went for the B option on the side of the Sharks instead of going for the A option to try to get, was it Josie with a few more points? Are museums or archaeological museums coming up on India for those extra culture points? Economy 385. Okay, so Jessica is 331 points. We do have Indonesia on 380 on the other side. 22 on Trinda, minus 16 on Cupcake. While Corny only making 50 points. That is a bit unfortunate. They're relying entirely on Jessica's economy, and I gotta say, we might actually have some battleships coming up from Josie so he can take out these cities. Bombay, Madurai, Agra are all in danger over here. He does need to spend quite a bit of time to actually get his, his units right now back, his Jongs back to his cities, upgrade them, get refining, upgrade them into battleships, and then put them on the offense. And I do have to also mention he's going to need to get some escorting units like a horse or a cav or something so he can actually take those inland cities and raise them to the ground. I don't think it's a good procedure to actually keep them, especially so far away from his cities and so close to the capital city of his opponent over there. The loyalty pressure even in a dark age would be quite atrocious to actually get going. More cuirassiers are built by Byzantium. We do see he's getting also a few more of those campuses for the extra science points, while he did manage to get to 334 points of production. We do have Cupcake with barely 200 science, 192 right now. It's fixed? Yeah, it's fixed. I don't know, man. Your guess is as good as mine, Apil. It just happened. It is what it is. Discord just doing Discord things. Or maybe it was something like a stream setting or something. I don't think so. Because we were on 1440p from the beginning. I don't know. I have no idea. Glad it fixed. Okay, quite a few research labs coming in from Scotland. He did manage to just discover chemistry and he's going to start building those up. He already had the most science in the game and I'm pretty sure he's going to keep on adding those points. We do have also cuirassiers getting caught up on the side of people, on the side of Yellow Arabia. And from what I do notice, the Babylonian units are starting to actually take the point over here against his opponent, against people. We do have some field cannon corps also showing up from Trinda to try to do the initial damage points against his opponent. We're going to need to see if actually that will give them an advantage. Kaporbat, hello there, man. Welcome. How are you doing? Getting ready for the weekend, I see. Very nice, very nice. We're watching a restream of the CWC game today with the Sharks going against their opponents. Exchange of circumstance, or COC, how you want to call it. And right now we got Arabia fighting Arabia. Looks like Byzantium is fighting Scythia, and we will soon see Indonesia getting into the mix. We did have a bit of a interesting beginning over here with Byzantium and also Babylon starting off with holy sites. Could not get that profits. Everybody was chopping projects left, right, and center to get the great profits. Amazing. We do see right now Floppy is going to get his steel walls next turn, and I do see also People is going to get his steel walls in 2. We do have Corny on rifling 1 turn. Yeah, we're going to need to see if he's actually going to keep going for those tanks. It might actually give him quite an advantage if he does manage to get that, but he's a little bit behind Floppy, a little bit more behind actually Floppy when it comes to the total science numbers. Statue of Liberty going to finish on the side of Indonesia, and I do see also Oracle did get finished earlier over there. The Cavs of Scythia did manage to push back his opponent Byzantium into his territory, while I don't know exactly the damage counters in between them. I would imagine they are quite strong over there, quite strong. A lot more units, a lot more knights actually showing up from Babylon in the cities of Arabia, in the cities of Trinda. While we do have Trinda still investing into his own cuirassiers here, we're going to need to see if these guys are going to get upgraded into tanks soon. Trinda is 4 turns away from getting his refining. I think he already has steel walls because I see he has walls everywhere, and I'm pretty sure he didn't want to get the ancient walls coming up in Aleppo. Okay. Field cannon still attacking Arabian and Scythian units. What are they doing over there? Oh, I think this story just went AFK or something. He got distracted by baby. Where's my water? Hmm. Oh no. I have something in my nose that makes my nose how do you call it? Um oh my god. How do you call it? Whistle? Makes my nose whistle. Oh my god. Okay, this is annoying. Hopefully I'm gonna get it out. I don't know what it is, but it makes my nose whistle. Awkward. Anyway, military academy is coming in also for people. We do have him getting more of these cuirassiers, and I do see some Mamluks. Interesting choice. I would have thought he can only build cuirassiers right now. And anyway, quite a massive army also from Scythia that's going to need to get his upgrades from ballistics. Erwan is 1 turn away from getting that technology, and I'm pretty sure he's going to want the gold of his teammates. 5 turns away from nationalism. Scythia not happy about what's going on here. He's definitely going to want to go on the counter offensive, maybe another time against Arabia, and he's definitely going to want to do something about Byzantium, putting more units on his border in the north. Now, I do have to say, right now it doesn't seem like it's anyone's game, does it? Does anybody see a winner here? What did you guys vote in the prediction? Who will win? Oh, that's actually pretty close. 54% on the Sharks, and we did have COC getting only 46% of the votes. Okay, interesting. And only three viewers actually voted for COC, while 7 did vote for the Sharks. I think we got a few more Shark fans over here in the chat. John, good evening, sir, and welcome. I would if I was in the game, John. I'm not in the game. And that's the GG right there. Wait a second, who GG'd? How did that happen? Was that a mistake? Misclick? Oh my god, did Trinda pull a misclick again? He just said GG? No. What is this? Who won? Who GG'd? Who GG'd? I guess, John, this is a mute point right now, no? They already GG'd? Oh, but who won? This is a big question. Who won? Does anybody know? Wait, there's no chat here. What is that? Oh my god, I need to get my spying glass going. Oh my god, man, need a magnifying glass. If I would need something, is a magnifying glass or maybe some, you know, tunnel vision goggles or something. It is what it is, man. I will send you to how to say the Storia stream for the post game chat, and we're gonna need to take a look in the next ones. Thank you so much for joining. Much appreciated. I still don't know actually who won over here. To be honest, I don't know. I don't know who won. I think it's Trinda that put up a GG, but I don't know. So we're gonna find out together on the Storia stream. Have a great evening, everybody. Much appreciated for the follows and also for the subs. Thank you so much for the gifts over here to the community. And also, I do want to wish you a very good weekend. We do have another game tomorrow, 1800 GMT. We're gonna have one on Sunday also, and we're gonna need to see if we're gonna get the second game tomorrow also during the day. I still need to actually fix something, and then we're gonna need to see if I have time for the game. If it is, I'm gonna start up the stream, and you're gonna see me live. Have a great one, and don't forget to join my Discord to actually take a look at the discussions over there. Not to mention, share your own ideas. Bye, bye, bye.
My brain's gonna slay everything